I want to make it like somehow nicer. Like I need a stand. Where is it? Okay, give me something else, babe. There's gonna be thousands of people. What's going on? What's going on? We'll get you. We're not selling right now. Just. I don't know, babe. I can't help. All right. All right, we're getting some people in here. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's happening? Let's go. They're coming for me. What's up, guys? Hey, YouTube, I'm not going to be able to go crazy on the questions and concerns. I'm doing a live Q&A for Fundamental Secrets right now. So I'm just literally letting you guys in so you can see what's going on. All right? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Can someone say something so I know that my audio is working? Oh, there we go. What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing?
Hey, Patrick. Greetings, everyone.
This is epic, huh? We're coming up on the perfect play on the live stream. Literally on the live stream, we're coming out the perfect play. It's crazy. Good timing. Good timing. Let me share my screen. We're waiting for some people to join. Then we're going into a lot of stuff. Today, let's just wait for people to join before I go into announcements. How's everybody doing? How's your mental health? Everybody good?
Pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good. Doing great.
Yes. Make sure to use the coaches for your full disposal. Please don't feel like you're in this alone, guys. Definitely message somebody if there's any issues or whatever the case is. But yes. We're going to be doing an epic live stream today. I'm actually streaming on all platforms to give you guys a heads up because I honestly feel like it's an obligation to everybody that knows me. So you guys will get the screen, you'll get the interactions, and I'm just going to share like the side angle. You can go look on YouTube. It's just a side angle. But I have to update everybody. Hopefully you guys understand that. All right. Good stuff here. Good? All right, give it like 10 minutes. Anyone got some quick questions? New members?
Yeah, I do.
What's up?
I got a question, Alex.
What's up?
So I grabbed Bitcoin when it was dropping the other day, and my average cost is from 39 to 44. So I was thinking about hopefully it gets up there again, and I can sell it and then buy it back in when it dips next weekend. What do you think?
To be honest with you, man, I don't think you should put yourself in the box. We're going to be talking about buying and selling inside of this Q&A. That's pretty much all we're going to be talking about. I don't want to hear altcoins. We're just going to simply analyze as a group where we think the market's going to go in general. So that will be your answer. This whole live stream will be your answer. And nobody has that exact information, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at. And I'm going to show you what I'm thinking so everybody can come to their own conclusion. And to be completely honest with you guys, I want to use this to our advantage to kind of combine brains in this Q&A so we can all come to a consensus on certain things, if that makes sense. So the big question will be answered in this Q&A. Big questions.
Last spot. One spot left last night. It was the very end.
For what? I don't know if you're talking to me or not. All right, let's give it like 10 minutes or so. I want to get as many people in here as possible. And then we'll get the stream started. It's going to be interesting.
Hey, Alex, I guess it seemed that that data Miguel saw regarding all of the Bitcoin being moved from private, from cold wallets onto the blockchain seemed identified. That was, I guess, a signal that dump was coming, I'm assuming.
Oh, you're talking about the original dump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he saw on Sunday night. So,
yes.
because after that, I took a gamble and just moved like at least the short term Bitcoin and Ethereum that I had. I just sold it all off and then bought back in around 33,000 and around 2,300 both.
That's pretty good.
That's kind of worked out.
That's pretty much what I did. I sold like 25% of all crypto, and I made the sell call. And yeah, and I bought back in at an average price of like 2,800 per ETH, and I bought it. I just bought all the way down. So
yeah, because I figured that would signal either a sell-off or some of that Bitcoin being transferred into altcoin, and we would see a significant altcoin pump. I think it would be one of the two.
Yeah.
With that data.
I mean, my thoughts behind that, because we had like a big, like all the coaches got together and we actually came to the conclusion that it wasn't going to dump. We all came to that conclusion. And then I went home and I just really thought about it and saw it on it. And that's where you guys got the quick sell call. That's where it came from. But to be completely honest with you, it looked like it was good. It looked like that was the only negative news. But I don't know. I just had a gut feeling. So I went for it and it worked out.
Because I think you all hadn't received those Glassnode updates prior to that. Because you all just upgraded the service, I believe, like over the last week or two.
Exactly. So basically, so that was like the new thing. I will say that, but also the rejection of the all-time high and the key to Inu and all that stuff, and the FUD was like a big part too. I don't know. I'll tell you guys all my thoughts. I'll lay it all on the line, like Glassnode insights and everything, because I think it's a good indicator. I just don't think it's the end all be all. And
what was the consensus on yesterday's hangout? There seemed to be a market thesis that evolved.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there,
so I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't there either. Honestly, I think it's smarter for me and the coaches to do like research separate, and then we bring everything to the table. And that's what we kind of did today. I called Kurt. I didn't have a chance to speak to Miguel today, but he told me what Miguel was saying. So we came to another conclusion today, and that's what I'm going to lay out everything for you guys, like the negative, the good, the bad, the pros and cons, everything. Yeah, that's the point. So
Start recording in comment.
Yeah,
I've been reading everything all day, trying to get a sense for what the read is across Twitter. So
yeah.
Hey, Alex.
What's up, man?
Man, I don't know if I misheard you or not, but did you just say we were finna sell all of our crypto?
No, I did not say that.
Oh, okay, man.
I said we're gonna make a decision. That's all I said.
that's an option.
That might be one of
Okay,
those.
man. All right, man.
It's all good, man. I get it though.
Did ETH hit 3,000 today or not?
Yeah, it did. It hit like 3,100 or something like that. Hey, where's the record button again? I'm just looking. Oh, right here, recording this computer. Oh, let's not do that. Let's stop recording. It's recording the cloud. There it is. Okay. Over here, forgetting how to record. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, hey, we're just doing a live update for Fundamental Secrets, guys. Okay. Is it time to start? Full 3. Let's give it like 5 more minutes. Anyone got any other questions besides if we should sell or buy?
In your opinion, who do you think is or what do you think is really moving the market right now?
All right, I'll just give you guys, since it's like no like clickbait stuff. My gut feeling is like what I genuinely feel, similar to like what I did on Sunday, is we're probably going to be good. We're probably going to go to like 70K ETH, get above previous resistance and move forward. But again, I'm just going to lay out all the pros and cons so you guys can feel like what I'm feeling, you know what I mean? And make your decision. But it will all change on a dime. I'm just going to watch the price. I'm probably not going to go home today, probably sleep at the office and just watch the price and make a move. You know what I mean? So that can change on a dime, man. I'm telling you.
What's the significance of the 5-hour mark for you?
What do you mean 5? I don't look at the 5 hour. I look at the.
You said in your note that.
Oh yeah, that we have right here. If you guys see my screen, you can see that we're coming. I'll explain it. I was gonna explain all that, but basically we're coming to a point of resistance as well as the last like long trend and the total market capitalization. So like if we can get above that's previous resistance, then it's like a really good sign. It's a really good sign. And if we reject below it, then it's probably smarter to take some money off the table and hedge against risk, and just see if we can buy back in again if we have to. Yeah, it's just risk versus reward. That's it. The risk is much higher now. That's it. Yep.
Hey, Alex, when you made the sell call the other day, you were talking about selling into cash, right? We're new. We just joined today, so we're just wondering, like, when you're making sell calls, you're selling into cash, right? And then buying
Yeah.
low?
Yeah, so what I usually do is I'll either say the specific or I'll refer you to my Xerion. You can clearly see my transaction history. And in that case, yes, I was telling everybody to sell to stable coins.
Stable coins or cash?
Same thing, USD, USDC.
USDC,
Yeah,
USDC,
which is like a stable
Right.
coin.
Okay, gotcha.
or USD.
Good question. Good question.
That's with sheep. When is it pumping?
It's not really an altcoin question at this point. It's a Bitcoin, Ethereum total market capitalization question. She will pump when they pump.
All right, gotcha.
Yes, sir. What's up, Diego? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
Good. Surviving.
So, question: when some of your cryptos are in the red, what strategy do you use in determining whether or not to cut your losses and sell, or hold them until hopefully they go back up?
There's an assortment of different things. It's not just one. I usually weigh pros and cons. I mean, we have a checklist for this that explains to you exactly what we use, but just the overall gist is we use technical analysis. We use a lot of like market sentiment and what's going on in the world as an indicator. We use trickle-down economics, on-chain metrics. We look at pretty much everything and see like what's more bullish and bearish, what are the big fundamental reasons. It's a combination of a lot, to be honest with you. It's a combination of a lot.
So,
It's
how
a
do
good
you?
question, because if we say, hey, it's time to de-risk, a lot of us are going to be de-risking and stuff we're already underwater on.
Yeah,
if that's the
it
case.
it doesn't
And then the
matter.
question is, do you sell anyway if you're underwater, or just let it ride?
Personally, it shouldn't
Yeah.
matter if you're underwater. It shouldn't inhibit your decision or in any way, shape, or form. You should never take in consideration if you're in profit or in loss when you make a decision. You should actually isolate those variables.
You're gonna have to get a little deeper on that.
Yeah, so even if you're at a loss, right, at least in the short term, especially in times like this, where it's really important to sell the top, because it could be the top, and it's probably the most likely time it's ever been the top, it's really good to isolate what profit or loss you are in when making a decision. Like, you should not take that in consideration, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're in profit or loss. If the market wants to top, it does not matter if you're in profit or loss. It's going to top. You understand what I'm saying? That is not.
If you're calling a top and then doing a bear as the scenario, sure, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
If we're not calling a top and into a bear, then it we're saying it's going to recover.
I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. So, for example, if you're down $10,000 from your initial investment and you sell, then the upside needs to be greater for selling than for holding, correct?
Not always. It just needs to be a right decision. The only thing we're trying to do is come to a right decision. That's it. We're just coming.
I think what Alex is kind of getting to is like, if you can go up to like say 10K BTC and you're still down 40K or whatever, and then you go down to 5K, when you sold it at 10K, you've accumulated more at 5K even though you're down.
Exactly. Because it can go either way, no matter what your bag is. The whole point is just to make the right decision. So it's actually kind of smart when you separate emotions of your own portfolio from the decision. You should just make the rational decision, right?
Wouldn't the smart decision to be sell half and keep half?
It's not always a smart. I mean, that's usually what I do. I sell percentages. Like this recent sell call, I didn't sell all of it. I sold 25%. So yeah, that's like that. It depends on what your risk tolerance is, how much conviction you have in the call, right? It's always how much conviction you have in the call. That's all it is. It's not how much conviction Alex has in the call. It's how much you feel it should be dropping or not, right?
So when you tell us when you suggest to us to sell, how do we include the criteria you mentioned when you tell us that? Are you suggesting that we sell regardless of our position, whether or not we're in the red or in the black?
I would say you should look at the fundamental variables that we use to analyze the market to make your decision.
Okay.
That's it. You just have to make the decision based on what you think the market's going to do. So if I make a sell call, then so it's not calls. They're just what I do. I'm giving you guys what I do. That's it, right? So if I am a person that's been in crypto for a long time and I'm selling Ethereum and I clearly put it and I put Xerion, you guys see the amount I'm selling, right? Then that you could see the intensity. You could literally see, okay, Alex is selling. Let's figure out why he's selling, and make your own decision based off. You know, you use mine to catalyze your research. You know, whatever the case is. Again, like I said, you guys literally clearly heard me say that on Sunday, all of the coaches came to a conclusion that we were going to continue to go higher. We all said we're going higher, and we stayed over that Sunday night. And my gut told me to sell. So how am I going to sit here and tell you guys why I'm going to sell? You know, think about that. Just think about that, right? How am I going to tell you guys the reasons why I sold when we all came to the conclusion that we probably shouldn't sell? You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't make sense. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing with my portfolio. That's it, right? I'm not perfect. I've just been in this market for a while, and sometimes gut feeling is a real thing. Ask any trader. Ask any trader. There's always an element of gut feeling.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Good questions, though. I get it. You guys are learning. What's up, William?
I mean, I just had a couple things too. I think like people are trying to think too hard on a lot of this stuff. You know, like making bigger bags is a thing, even if you're in the red. And I think also DCAing out is just the same as DCAing in. So if you feel that your coin's potential to go up or go down, you can always take part of that bag out and then hold it for a new position. And then if it doesn't make that position, you don't have to go back into that same position. You can go into a different coin that's low, so you can pick up more coin, right? It's just percentages at the end of the day. It's not really a factor of when, okay, I need to get back into ETH specifically. If you just reallocate that money, if your coin that you had went up instead of going down, and you moved it.
Exactly. The decision should be the decision. Go ahead.
What do you think is a good way to DCA out? Like 20%, 30%, 10%?
That I did 25% because I think it's a good solid like 1/4 of my portfolio. But that all depends on specifically your conviction on the decision. That's it. That's all it depends on. So if you ever see me like go hard and sell like $500,000 worth of crypto, my conviction is way higher, all right? Versus me selling maybe 100,000. That's it, right? It's just what you really feel. Now, again, just want to be very, very clear. I think we're going to break through, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. I think we're going to continue higher. That's what my gut feeling's telling me. But in the next 3 hours, if that can change on a dime. I could change on a dime, and then I just, I sell, right? The market, I let the market do the talking, really, to be honest. And then I make decisions. Go ahead.
As far as just popping in and out of positions, what tax implications does that have? As far as my understanding is, every time you exit, it creates a taxable event. So does that create some undue burden from a tax perspective?
Yeah, it does, especially if you're on like Coinbase. If you're on Coinbase, so pretty much every decision I make is trying to accumulate higher than 20%.
Okay.
So if I think it's going to fall less than 20%, I probably won't sell.
Okay.
Right. So if I make a decision, it's usually dramatic. And for the new member that just joined, like the old members know, I do not sell into USD. I do not. I haven't sold.
Could you repeat the beginning of the sentence about the percentages and Coinbase? What was that?
Coinbase is like they track everything, and there's a lot of apps where it's not like you can get away with it, but it's just harder to track. So if you sell into USDC, there is tax implications for every sale, and I could see how people are asking that with the FUD today. But at the same time, like a lot of them they can't track in the first place, not even slightly close. So I think the risk is higher if you hold cryptocurrency, especially in times like this when it could be the top. So I think that's why I said the decision is probably going to be greater than 20%, which is short-term capital gains tax. And a lot of these coins for me are going to be 10% tax implications because I've been holding it for longer than a year, right?
Now, if you sell something and you lose, though, you shouldn't pay any tax, right?
Yeah, that's true. Also, I don't know what I'm not a tax professional with the USDC because the USDC is still volatile. It does not peg $1. So I don't know how that works. But again, like I said, if I always make my decisions if it's higher than 10, 20%. So it doesn't matter either way.
If you're holding it for less than over a year, it's 10% generally?
Yes. Wow, we have a lot of people in the Q&A. I'm glad people are showing up when it matters. There's 232 people. I love it. We're getting bigger and bigger. I love these times. What's up, Studio? You had a question? Can we raise hands for questions? Studio, and then Josh, and then let me just go on.
Let's do that. Actually, I don't know. I think it's already been answered in the chat. My brother sent me some fun concerning the 10,000K transaction obligation.
Everybody already knows this. Like that's already a thing.
I know it is it's the same as with China. My question is not whether it's news or not. My question is, how do you think this is going to, this new FUD, and any FUD that we get over the next 2 days, how is it going to impact the market? Because it's obviously still the manipulation process is there to put Bitcoin down, not up. So this is one of the reasons what I'm asking. What do you think about that trend? Or I don't care about the news because it's obviously all news, but how do you think it's going to impact the market?
I think at first, obviously, it impacted the market at the all-time high way more than it did now, because people are kind of like at a loss and they're just not going to sell it, right? And I think that they get smarter and smarter, especially as they learn a little bit more. And once they start researching a lot of stuff, people saying that's already happened, you know, I think they get smarter. And I think it becomes less of a thing until we reach another all-time high. That's what I think.
Thank you. My last question is: are we going to? Is it going to be a free question and answer thing, or are you gonna have a presentation?
No, I'm gonna go presentation. I'm gonna give you guys everything. It's probably gonna answer like half of your guys' questions. I'm just knocking out some for now.
So then we can ask questions later.
Yeah, we'll do the question thing later. Honestly, but like let's start now. We have a good amount of people in here. So guys, just to give you a heads up, I'm gonna spiel for like about half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm just gonna get all my thoughts out because it's probably gonna answer a lot of your questions already. Then we'll go into the Q&A portion. We'll talk about specifics. In this Q&A, let's try to keep the topic of conversation, please, to the total market capitalization, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We can go in on some altcoins a little bit, but the thing is, like, all altcoins are reflectant of what we're talking about here. So if we're not right about this, then all the altcoins are wrong as well, okay? Except for, like, Polygon. That's the only one. But, no, on a serious note, for real, though, like, let's just keep it to here. We have a lot of brains in here, so I want to use that to our advantage, right? So we can all win from this, okay? So any questions? Everybody understand? Everybody got it? I know you guys got hands up. I'm going into the market. It would take me a half an hour to answer all your questions. So give me a second, okay? And then we'll go into stuff after. Let me just get some water real quick. All right. Okay.
William, are you a coach or not? Is William Musser a coach or your team, or just participant?
Participant. Okay. All right. Here we go. So we're looking at the total market capitalization of cryptocurrency on the hourly. Okay. The reason why I've been freaking out a little bit about this Q&A is because we basically had this uptrend. If I put it to the daily, right? And for the TA purposes, guys, like this recent dip should give you every reason why TA doesn't work on an extremely deep level. So I just want to be very clear. Take this with a grain of salt. But if you look at like pure support and resistance, it's a very basic, elegant form of TA that I think has more relevance than the more specific you get, if that makes sense. So support that we created here for a long period of time recently got broken through, and I'll show exactly why, okay? And we'll go over the news and everything that I think is the exact reasons. But the reason why I'm freaking out a little bit is because this is a trend line here. We broke through, and we actually created another trend down right here. And we're reaching to that moment basically to where we either reject like we did earlier today right here off of it and continue down, or we break through here. I'll give more confidence. And then if we get above this, then that basically confirms the fact that this was pure FUD and manipulation. And all the money that exited the market actually just came right back in less than a week. So it's a make or break moment. It's either, you know, people continue to FUD and we continue down where we can make money, we can sell right here, make money, or we break above this line and all of that was pretty much manipulation, FUD, everybody's back into the market. We're ready to go to 70K Bitcoin, 10K ETH. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so this is why I said the hourly thing, because if we look on the hour, we're coming up to that moment. Literally 1, 2, 3 hours, we'll probably have our decision. It might prolong further. It could always do that, but it's likely that it's going to happen soon. Okay, a couple things. The biggest con, and honestly, the biggest reason why I sold in the first place was because Miguel made this like to my attention. Basically, euphoria right here, greed. We've been in it for a pretty long time. Let me just zoom out. Excuse me. Right here, and we just started to have this dip, and this is where Miguel was like, look, like it's probably a good time to sell. At first, again, just to give you a story, on Sunday we came to the conclusion that we probably shouldn't sell because it was way more bullish, way more pros. But then at the end, like right before I went to sleep, I just had the gut feeling, went for it. Okay, so we're still in that euphoria phase, and a lot of what he's doing is comparing it back to 2013, which we had these two prolonged, right, like right around here, right, and we had this dip. and then it went a little bit green, and we had a little jump back up, right? So it could be a very dramatic dip. From here to here is like large percentages, right? People are calling this like the greatest dip of all time because of how much money exited the market so quickly. And this is smaller in the grand scheme of things. Like, this is just much more dramatic. I just want to be very clear. Let me pull up a couple other things. All right, oh, that's the same chart. Okay, a couple other things that's really, really important. Okay, this right here is a really good one. This is basically taking all three halvings. Okay, now Miguel also made me aware that the time between the last halving in 2012 to the top was exactly 385 days. Okay, same thing here, very close, not exactly, but we have 336 days, and he's saying because of on-chain metrics and history, it looks a lot like this right here. Okay, so if we base it off that, the dip is in and we're going down. Okay, if we base it off that, so I looked deeper. I was like, okay, you're right. It's very close, it's very similar. Let's look a little bit deeper. So I did, and I found this right here. What they basically did is the top portion of this blue mark is the cycle in 2013, and then the bottom portion is the cycle in 2017, and then they used right here was an algorithmic mean to basically get the mean of both of them, and that's the blue line. Okay, the blue line is like if you combine both of them together. The orange line is the exact price of Bitcoin. So, yes, if you compare it just to 2013, it looks bad. It looks like it's the end of the cycle. But if you compare it to both in combination, it looks like we're only halfway there. Okay? If you compare it to last cycle, we're only halfway there, right? Now, the reason I'm saying that as well is because we have already talked about a concept called the Law of Diminishing Returns. The more money is in the market, the harder it is to move the market. So I genuinely feel like it might last longer. I do think that this time it's going to be longer, okay? I don't think it's going to be exactly like 2013. That's just my personal opinion. Well, it is something you want to take in consideration and you want to look at, but like I said, I can make the same case about 2017 and I could combine them, and in both cases, it's going to last longer. And just pure logic, it's probably going to last longer, okay? So that's just my personal opinion, okay? That's just one side of the story, right? If we look at BTC USD, let's tell the story of what happened. Let's go over the story of why this whole entire thing played out, and I think we'll get another answer, because I don't think it's technical analysis, and I just genuinely don't think it's on-chain metrics as well. I think it started with other variables, okay? So if you guys have been following along, we looked at Shiba Inu, okay? It was the biggest meme coin. I was screaming at the top of my lungs these things were legitimate because their market cap was literally in the top 10, top 20 of CoinGecko, and if you look at it now, it's still number 24 on CoinGecko, but they weren't updating it. They were worth billions of dollars, like 30, 40 billion dollars. So I was screaming about it because you should definitely know about some coin that's just gained that much immediately, right? Now, if you don't know the story, basically with Shiba Inu, these meme coins, they take half of the supply and they send it to Vitalik Buterin's public address. That's how it works. They do that as a meme. And it was funny because he only had $1.2 billion worth of ETH in his portfolio, but he had $13 billion worth of Shiba Inu. So what did Vitalik Buterin do? He took $500 million and he donated it to Polygon's co-founder, the starter of the fund that was basically supposed to help COVID relief in India. Okay? Just understand this series of events. When that happened, Shiba Inu dumped and collapsed the market at exactly Ethereum's all-time high attempt. While we watched this play out, right here, collapsed the price the first, or no, right here, no, I'm sorry, excuse me, right here, right around this range, collapsed the price, right? Is it here? No, this was a while ago. It was when we were retesting all-time highs. Just want to be very clear. Yeah, it was right around here. So it collapsed the price, and we started making this downtrend since that day, okay? Then we had other event news. Does anybody know the news that we had? Let's see if you guys know. Does anybody know the recent news that's been going out with Elon Musk, with, here, I wrote it down here. Okay.
Environmental.
What's up? I don't know if you're...
Environmental.
Yeah,
So China FUD.
China FUD. Vitalik Buterin. We had Elon saying they're not going to accept BTC anymore, right? Whether that's them not getting sales or, you know, he wants to go green, whatever the case is. He said he's not accepting Bitcoin, which helped the crash continue. Then we had the China ban FUD. Then we had today, which was the regulation and tax. All these negatively affected the market, okay? And this is literally, I'm going to bring it to here, the big thing, right? So we're getting all this negative news, and we're coming down to this point here, okay? At this point here, We had massive liquidations. Literally, right here. Look at the day, May 18th, 2021. So I genuinely don't think, let me pull up the BTC chart because that's BTC liquidations. Right here, their goal, and this is why you shouldn't like always use technical analysis to your advantage. Their goal was just to break the liquidations. If they could break the liquidations, they're going to have massive selling, not even from people, from the exchanges that liquidated these people, right? So this is where we had this exaggerated downtrend that broke our previous trends. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about this? We have FUD, bring the price down, ultimate FUD, dump on them with the FUD, with these whales, and then liquidation brings the market down. You understand? Does everybody get that?
Is this an hour chart?
We're looking at the
days?
30 minute. We could look at the hour right here.
Oh, okay.
This is the hour. So this is primarily the catalyst. It's behind the big dump. It's pure manipulation. Markets don't just go down that fast, right? Hold on. Nothing I've ever experienced happened like that ever, okay? And it's important to understand that because this adds to our case that maybe all the money is going to come right back. And as you can see, $400 or $500 million immediately entered almost like on the spot as I was going down, as we were freaking out in the office. On the spot, $400 million entered right back into the market, which is a case for, okay, maybe some whales got back in, whoever was manipulating the price, right? On all of this is speculation. I'm just telling you from pure experience. Though another thing that really sticks out to me is China is so strategic with their bans. If you have not experienced this before in cryptocurrency, they have banned and unbanned, Bitcoin 3 times in a row. Like they literally do it every cycle. Every cycle they do it. And to the point where if you're in cryptocurrency for a long time, it's literally a joke when they come and ban Bitcoin. It's a joke when they ban Bitcoin. So, what's up? What are you saying? Okay. So yes, I will take it as a joke because it was just FUD. It was no confirmation. I read the articles. It was a joke. It's all information we already knew that they're using on the new people that entered the market, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, right? Yeah. So this is just like pure collaboration. I don't think it's on-chain. I think on-chain metrics are a byproduct of it. I think it's a byproduct of them doing this, but I think that the catalyst was synchronized. I think that these guys got together. Some people really dumped the market, hit the massive FUD, and got back in. There's a lot of people saying that you couldn't even buy in exchanges. All the exchanges went down at the same time. That's ironic, right? What's up?
Weren't they trying to push it down to 38.5 because that was where the line was being held? Because that's what everyone thought the bottom line resistance was. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to explain, and I think this is a big realization for myself. Is like everybody is saying certain things, right? Remember, what is it called? On-chain metrics, right? Glassnode Insights. It's a $10,000 membership. You really think these guys have not bought that? You really don't think they're looking at everything? You don't think they're looking at these strategic points and technical analysis?
Yeah.
That I personally believe that. And when everybody's saying, we're going to go past this 38, of course they're going to try to get it below that so they could freak everybody out. They could dump their bags. Yeah. The point is that they're trying to get these people emotional and irrational to get out of their positions. They're trying to get people out of their positions. They want to buy their bag. That's my personal perspective, okay? But again, like I'm not going to sit here and make a decision on that. I'm going to look and see right here. This is clear as daylight, guys. Look at the total market capitalization. It's very simple. If we can get above this, it gives me more confirmation. Okay, I feel confident if we get above this line. If we get above this previous trend line, that's even more confident. It's over with. I'm good. I could sleep. I'm not going to look at the market as much as I do. If we can get above here, okay? So it's as simple as that, okay? Does anybody have any questions about this?
Yeah, Alex, what's the price? Because I know you have the, what's that number, 42K?
This number, I'm looking at the total market capitalization. So number one, if it gets above like 1.8 trillion, and then if we can get above like right around here, 2 trillion, which is a psychological level, if we can stay above $2 trillion on a strong, uptrend, everything's pointing bullish, then we're good. If we look at like the overall sentiment, exactly the thoughts I had over here are the same exact thoughts I still have now, minus the manipulation, minus the recent news that we have already known. Nothing has fundamentally changed except for Elon Musk tweets and news that we have already seen before, and the price. That's it. Everything else is exactly the same. Go ahead.
Real quick question. Now, if they're driving the price down really low, right? Like, let's say they bought it 35,000 or something like that. Then it should be in their interest for the bull run to continue to make quick money, right?
Yeah,
They're not
exactly.
interested in creating a bear market. What the hell?
Exactly.
Well, that's kind of the key question. Where do they make, you know, as you game theory it out, where are they going to make the most money? Because that's I think where we're at, right?
Yeah. So if you're
Do they make the most money by squeezing everybody out from here down to 25, or do they make the most money by riding it back up?
I think when we got to this price, that was like that they were probably surprised they got it that low.
Yeah.
That's what I personally think.
If it drops below the support line, what are you gonna do? Are you selling?
So
or
like
buying?
my thought process is straight up very simple, guys. I'm gonna watch this till we get to around here, and then if I see it like dramatically fall, I'll take profit. I'll take profit maybe 10, 20%, depending on how dramatic it is. Okay, if it falls from here, this point right here. All I did was make a trend line right here. My goal from this right here. It's very simple. And then I'm looking at
the hourly.
Yeah, I want to see. Look, we got a higher low. Height right here, higher low. I want to see a higher high. That's it. I want to see a higher high above this trend line. If I see that, I'll feel more comfortable. And then if I see it continue to get around this previous support and make support on it again. If it makes support on it again, that's extremely bullish. If it rejects, that's bearish. It's very simple, black and white. That's it.
Are you buying on the way up?
I already did my buys all the way over here. For me, it's a question of selling or holding. I did a lot of buys already. I bought a lot right here. Okay.
Could you talk about this part into Bitcoin price, please? Because this is market capitalization, right?
Yeah.
So
what's up?
What would this mean as far as Bitcoin price? How would these?
It's pretty much look. Bitcoin's price the same thing. Look, oh snap! It looks similar, right? Bitcoin's price, total market. The reason why I'm taking total market capitalization into consideration over Bitcoin's price is because Ethereum might separate. We might see. There's a good chance Ethereum might separate, so I can't just look at Bitcoin all day. I look at both. And I'll probably do the exact same thing for both. The exact same thing I just told you, I would do the same thing for BTC. But I'm going to take the total more in consideration because altcoins are a big thing right now. They're accumulating huge percentages, and we have a low Bitcoin dominance. So it's not as effective as just looking at Bitcoin anymore, in my personal opinion.
And what do you think is consolidates?
All right, let me, guys, raise your hand. I'm going to run through the questions. Pedro, what's up?
What do you think if the price consolidates like in the 40s?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Do you think the market cap is to stay in the middle of that line? Perhaps to stay in 1.9. They stay there for a couple of weeks. What do you think about it?
Like this right here?
Yeah.
It just stays there? I mean, I doubt that's going to happen. I'll just wait it out. We'll see. No longer how long it takes for this to play out. I'll keep my eyes on it.
Great.
All right. Put your hands down when you're done with your questions, please. William, what's up?
I didn't mean to leave my hand up, my bad.
You're good. Tim, what's up?
So, one thing basic, is there any way for you to repost your Xerion wallet just so I can try and keep track of that? So I'm following you without you having to be online.
Yeah, Bailey, can you post that for me, please?
And then, so I had a question about what you were saying. You said most of the money, you said this was the most money that ever left the market. So people were calling it the big dip. My question is, and it's kind of connected to the next one, isn't it possible that with all the new interest and all the new retail, that the reason why the dip was bigger is because there were more paper hands in the game than there were before? So would affect the way it looked. I mean, it looked like more people left, but may have just been because there were a lot less convinced holders.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like that's the that's the
Okay.
thesis. Yeah, like it's probably people are just they took advantage of them. Newcomers
Right.
come in, they take advantage of dumb money.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much, that answers my second one. Then I didn't know if that made sense, but that would make sense with the fact that that and the fact that the market moves, it's harder to move it up. You were saying it's harder to move the market up. So basically, you got all this back-to-back FUD. Then the whales, for whatever their reasons were, took advantage of the opportunity. They dumped and rebought, but because all of that had already taken place, it was a lot harder to get it back up than it was to get it down. So we're just waiting to see. Does all that make sense? Am I making?
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be as dramatic, but to be honest with you, if you look at like what happened, it is pretty dramatic. That's a V-shaped recovery. That is a dramatic increase in price. It's just right here we rejected, which adds to my case as well. Right here we were supposed to break through. If we would have broke through, it would have been super bullish, but we rejected. So you reevaluate.
Yeah. Right on, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Put your hand on Tim, please. Josh, what's up?
Hey Alex, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
So, good. Just a couple questions. Worst comes to worst, if it does fall dramatically and we start DCAing out, like, are you gonna update us with your major moves and stuff like that? And
I do it every time, man. There's not been one time I don't update you guys.
No, okay. And then, are you really afraid of entering? Do you think this is just going to be a huge dip and we're mitigating risk, or do you think this could possibly be the beginning of a bear market?
I told you guys from the beginning of this Q&A, I don't think it's going to be a big dip. I think we're going to immediately come back. Now, whether that plays out technically or not, I don't know. But my gut is telling me that we're good. This is not the end of the bull run.
Thank you, man.
And trust me, I tried to beat my gut down. I've tried to test everything I've said. I've taken everyone into consideration that I know. If anyone could provide me more negative evidence, I really would like to look at it. This is a big decision for everybody. So don't feel shy. If you have any negative news, we can go over it and we can figure it out together. That's the point of these Q&As. Okay? So just definitely bring it up. Okay. Let's go. Chris, what's up, buddy?
So,
What's up, Chris?
Which Chris?
You do Chris Johnson and we'll do.
Alright, so basically, like, I'm still good with my Bitcoin. I'm still up a little bit, but I'm down on Ethereum. So if it plummets, would you recommend just taking my losses now and selling and waiting to get back in?
Yeah, like I said, regardless if you're down or not, separate the decision. You have to separate it. So personally, yeah, even if I was down right now, I'll take profits or not. I'll take losses and then wait for it to come down and scoop up some more cheap Ethereum. Nothing wrong with that. Before, you would have heard me say the opposite. Thick and thin. I don't care. If you would ask me that 6 months ago, there was no getting through my head. I'm never selling. This is the first time I sold into USD in like 2 years. Okay? The reason why is because the risk is way higher now. The risk is so much higher now. And you have to take in consideration that this could be the end of the bull run. If you don't take that in consideration, you're doing yourself a disservice. I'd much rather you guys get out, lose on transaction fees, and then lose out on a 30% because you got in too late, and then the bull run's over, and at least you save that money, right? And then you can use that money to buy the dip, wait a year, and make much more money on the other side, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, accepting reality is a beautiful thing. Go ahead, studio, what you got?
People before me, so please.
Okay, whoever wants to go. Lucas, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, Alex? So, when something like this happens again, and we know it will in crypto, do you think you'll see it coming better? And what signals will you be watching?
The thing is that, like, it changes every time. So last time the signals were different. It was way different. This time, they were playing a crazy game. The scams get crazier. The manipulation gets crazier. So, I mean, I do everything in my power. We have more resources now than I ever have. And to be completely honest with you, it's not that I didn't call the top. I just didn't get more aggressive in calling the top. I should have been way more aggressive. I should have sold 50%, 75% of my portfolio, that time I called it, right? And that's another problem. And that's what we're going to spend a lot of the time in Q&A going over. There's a reason why I keep talking about Matic and Polygon is because you can swap in and out of Ethereum to USD or any coin for less than a penny. So if we make that call and we're wrong, we could just jump back in for small transaction fees on a decentralized network. So if you guys didn't see the tutorial in the main chat, there's a reason I'm doing that. Go check it out. Start getting set up. It's actually, you can get set up in less than 5 minutes, right? Sell it on a centralized exchange, or let's get on a layer 2 where the transactions are less than a penny and we can get in and out quick, okay?
Yeah, can I ask another question?
Yeah, go for it, Lucas.
Yeah, so to what point do you think the market needs to get, like, let's say, long-term future, so such volatility isn't like an attribute, because ultimately, like, we're like kind of looking forward to a sustainable system, right?
Nothing's sustainable. When they make that argument, look at the traditional market. It's manipulated even worse. It's that we have less manipulation and less money. Nothing is sustainable. Look at markets. They go up and down. Markets go up and down. That's just the way it goes. It's just less dramatic as this. This is more open and free money. So it can move way quicker than traditional markets. It'll get less and less over time, but I don't think there's always going to be volatility. It's not, unless you want to get into a stable coin or algorithmic stable coin or something like that, which people are actively trying to solve on cryptocurrency, there's always going to be volatility, I think. At least for like 20, 30 years, until this is like a real financial system. All right, Michael, what's up?
So, I guess if this, like, mini crash or whatever we're calling it was a, like a planned thing or whatever with the bigger corporations and bigger money, trying to scare people out so they can accumulate more. As they do accumulate more, people get scared. Couldn't they do this more often and it be more volatile?
Well, if you really think about it, I mean, for example, point out what Miguel was looking at. We're looking at, for example, on-chain metrics, they're saying we're in euphoria, right? Because they can't just do this. It's not something they could just wake up on a Friday and dump the market. They have to plan this out for months. They have to do it at strategic events to fool everybody, and they have to get a lot of people in collaboration. So I think they could do it. I don't think it's orchestrated perfectly at any time they want. So it's not something they could do all the time, but like when we're reaching, for example, an all-time high, and they know it's probably going to reject, let's add some fuel to the flame. I don't think Vitalik Buterin moving his Shiba Inu was in collaboration with the whales, but I do think that they used that to their advantage, being that they had this negative news already. Let's capitalize on that. That's what they did, right? They just have it in the pipeline ready to go to make the move, and then when they see something happening, they further it, you know, the dip or whatever the case is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not easy to do things like this. You got to move, you know, billions of dollars in a market without being seen, and then you have to buy the dip without being seen, which is really hard. So it's a lot. It's a lot harder than you think. iPhone, what's up, buddy? iPhone. I don't know your name. It just says iPhone. iPhone. Oh, did he just leave? Oh no, he just muted. Okay, we'll do Sidja, or we could do Studio. What's up, buddy?
Okay, it's I was waiting for the questions. My thing is, I'm trying to build a strategy right now. You know, it's like I know you can't do it because you have to make a choice, really. But obviously, it has to be portfolio. It has to do with your portfolio structure. So, how about this? If I own like a lot of big market cap currencies, Polkadot is my main one, Cardano, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm staking Cardano, I'm staking Polkadot. So my thinking is to prepare for this, to go either way. I could get out of the smaller coins, sell all my smaller coins, and most of all my mid coins, and just stick with, you know, Ethereum, Cardano, and Polkadot. And the rest of the money, I can see what the market does, because I'm not going to sell Polkadot no matter what, right? I'm going to keep it for like next 5 years. You know, I don't care if the market is bullish or bearish, really, as far as Polkadot is concerned. So my question is that a good idea? Do you think that just keep the coins that you are sure you're going to, that are not dependent on the market, and just sell the rest so you're prepared for both scenarios? I mean, if I sell my Ethereum right now, I can always jump back to a coin like Kusamo or Matic, for that matter, or some other coins. So I'm thinking, just, you know, to not experience the dip in the way it was I did experience it 2 days ago. So what do you think about this kind of strategy?
Okay, so I would probably base it not around Polkadot, because that's not everybody's consent. Not everybody thinks that Polkadot's, you know, the coin they want to hold forever. So I would say that I do the same thing, but I hold 30% of my portfolio into the coins that I consider the ones I want to hold forever. And then 70% I would sell at the end of the bull run if I came to the conclusion that this was the end of the bull run. My goal is to sell at least.
Okay, so I'm talking about the next 3 hours.
3 hours, this what, like I'm explaining to you guys again, like there's no game plan. Like I'm just gonna look at for what it is and make sell calls. So like if I see something like a dramatic dip, I may just take 20% off the table and call it a day. Or if I see something extremely dramatic and some news came out at the same time, or whatever the case is, then I might take 40% off the table. There's no way to actually tell, right? Things are, you just gotta go off what you think is best for your portfolio. So you guys will get the sell calls, I promise. But the exact, I'm not cashing out. My goal is, I'm not sitting here thinking I'm gonna cash out 70%. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. That's where I try to be at the end, though. Go ahead, iPhone. You got your stuff working now. What's up, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Morris. I really enjoyed the hangout yesterday.
Nice.
And they were saying like the futures and the quarterly reports for financial institutions coming up at the end of the month could further push the market down. So I was thinking like wait till the weekend and then try and sell, because I've seen a rebound in my portfolio with like about 20% since everything dropped. But I'm kind of thinking I'd get out with everything, but I was holding off till the end of the week. What do you think of that?
That's a good point. The report's coming out. Yep, that's a good point to add to the cons list.
I mean, they're saying it might rebound back till September, and then so I was looking to get out as much as I can by the end of the week and then start buying back.
What it sounds like is you're making all your decision off of that one variable. I wouldn't do that. I do take into consideration. There's a lot of different variables. I can give you like 3 more bullish scenarios, but I wouldn't make one decision off of one thing.
Right. Okay.
Like I said, gut, fundamentally, everything points bullish. This chart doesn't. That's it. And, then some other news in FUD, like regulation, and what he just said is actually a really good point. I actually didn't hear about that. That's a really good con. That's a really good con.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm not going home tonight. I'll be here all day researching. Don't worry. We're going to find something. I promise. Thank you for that information, man. Do you have any other questions?
I'm good, man. Appreciate it. No, I'm just out here listening.
No problem. Dylan, what's up, buddy?
So we're looking at this trend where it's like reaching like a little squeeze here, and we're trying to see if it goes above that line or not, right? The whole thing is, we're going to find out if it's market manipulation or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't it be more convincing? Because there's a whole bunch of professionals, like yourself, your entire team included, right? Where you're looking at this and you're predicting, if it goes above the support, chances are we're still in a bull run, But wouldn't it be? Don't you think that people who manipulate the market are smart enough to know that there's smart people who are doing this and would just dump the market again on purpose, even though it's like, but that would just reinforce the idea that, it's the end of the bull run. That's an even bigger indicator for people who are looking at it like we are right now to say, oh shit, we got to get out of here. Meanwhile, they're just literally able to eat everything up, but it's just a second throw in, right? Like
that's a good point.
We're manipulating it again to make us all very convinced, we're done until next year now,
Exactly. That's why I always keep 30%. That's why I don't do all-in trades.
Yeah, the just in case, right? But
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how sure would you be, though? It's like if it re-dips again, would you go back all in, or not all in, but would you go back in on that dip on the coins that you're currently holding, like your altcoins, etc.?
So, let's say if I sold right here a lot, I'd probably go back in on a dip.
But if the dip is lower than what it was this time.
Exactly.
All right, yeah, but again, what would you go into, though? Would you go into Bitcoin because that's more of a bearish move, right? Or
to be honest, I've been jumping into Ethereum recently. If you notice, Ethereum looks like the best risk to reward, because Bitcoin it's not going to move as much. Ethereum is going to move more. It has all DeFi, has more, in my personal opinion, use case.
I agree that.
And just to add to that, it's a really good point
too, right?
What's up?
Ethereum has a lot more percentage movements too, right? So you can get bigger gains from it, for sure. But I'm thinking more just what point would you not be convinced anymore that, how far would it have to dip for you to actually be convinced, oh shit, this is the bear market now, instead of it being, this could be a second run at market manipulation?
I think if we get something like this, even more dramatic, I think it's over.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just don't, this is the only reason I don't really respect this dip too much is because it was just so quick. It was so quick. It's never happened like that. Even though it's not supposed to happen like it happened last time. I'm just saying that was way too quick. It was too dramatic. It just seemed collaborated. That's it. That's all. And just to answer your question about, if don't you think they're looking at this line too? I think that holds true, but I also don't think they have too much bullets in their chamber. I don't think they can just consistently manipulate the market over and over again at will. Right, because they have chance of getting, caught. They have chance of. There's so many different chances. I think they just had one shot. They went hard on it, and now it's a question of if it's going to come back or not. And I think they do think it's going to come back because they knew it was them. So I don't think they could just dump again and maybe they can. I don't know. I just think it's unlikely. I think it's more likely that they're out of moves and this is the move they made. They got back into the market. They tripled their money, right, and large percentages. I think that's more likely.
You don't think they'd make a second run at it to triple
Maybe.
again?
I don't think soon. I don't think soon.
3x to 3x kind of deal, you know?
I think it's over considering the information that we got.
Yeah.
As well as like if you notice, like every new FUD, like it's less. Like it's not as dramatic. Like it's over. The liquidations are
running
gone.
out of ideas kind of deal, yeah.
The liquidations are gone. Yeah, like that was the biggest tool. They just had to get it below this line. If they get it below this line, they knew for a fact it was just gonna go into just straight pain because the exchange were forced to sell because of liquidations.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think they don't have that element anymore. They don't really have a lot of organic. Remember, they played off that organic stuff, right? They just prolonged it, I think. I don't think they have too much in the chamber like that. That's my personal opinion, because then they would manipulate it at will every day, all day, if they had that pool. So I don't know. They don't really do that all the time.
What about fear in the market right now, though?
Yeah, people are scared, but remember, a lot of people in this market have been here for a long time. The vast majority of the coins have been held for a very long time. So I don't know. I think it's just an education thing, and people are just going to get smarter and realize the volatility, and eventually it's going to come back, and then whales are going to scoop it up, take bags from the dumb money, and hold it until it goes to 100K. That's what I generally think.
Go
ahead.
What is the fear index? I think this was today. The fear greed index.
I have no idea. I don't usually take that into consideration with my thesis. It's a combination of a lot of things.
I still think more Ethereum and altcoins instead of Bitcoin. Looking at the Bitcoin dominance and the top 100.
I would play defense.
BTC and all that.
I'm looking at everything. I always look at total 2, ETH versus BTC, all these different variables.
And what are you seeing? Altcoins and Ethereum instead of Bitcoin still?
Well, to be honest with you, like I'm more worried about the market than with altcoins coming back, because altcoins are pegged to Ethereum, and Ethereum's following exactly everything. Look, they all look the same. Look, almost identical. And then the total 2 actually already came back in trend. So if you really think about it, like that adds to it, right? We're already back in trend on total 2. V-shaped recovery.
Yeah.
People got into altcoins. Look, see it for yourself. And we made support. So it's likely that
you're still saying like basically buying Ethereum, right, rather than Bitcoin. So I figured that you still are looking more positively towards the
yeah. If the market goes up, altcoins are going to continue to go crazy against Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yep. That's my personal thoughts. Yep. No problem. Let's do. Priscilla, you had your hand up. You put it down. You want to ask still?
Yeah, you kind of touched on it. It was just it's a combination of everything, because I follow, I'm doing the crypto Twitter, and some people today, and they're talking about how, just the emotion and how everything else based on this weekend is really how, if we're going to know if there's going to be another potential dip, because people are so shaky right now. And if you look at how everything just happened so fast, this would be the perfect opportunity for them to go and manipulate back to back. It's like getting hit by 2 waves, You get hit by the first one, you're out of sorts, and then you get hit by the second one, and then you could really, that's when, because it's mostly retail people that sold.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'm kind of preparing in my mind in the next week to maybe possibly see that it can have another, dip like this one, and then maybe go for that run and come back up. That's what I was thinking. That guy, Ben Cohen, his TA, he had a video today that I was watching while I was at work, and just putting all the pieces together and what people are saying on, crypto Twitter, I just figured that was my opinion. But you kind of touched on all of it, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm going with this. Like, I would not mind doing what I did again on Sunday.
Right.
And just selling and grabbing some more, because for me it was a great play. I didn't really feel the effects of the market as much. So I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of preparing myself mentally to do, because I did do it. And it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what we need to do, I mean, it saved, I had losses, but I could have had a lot more losses. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with selling too, right here. Maybe if you don't want to play this game and you're just tired of it, and then the market goes here, and then we already talked about this, get your confirmation, get back in. It's not that big of a deal. If we're above here and you lost these gains, it's not the end of the world. It's only 8%. in the grand scheme of things, we're gonna get like a double, triple on everything. Who cares, right? It's not that big of a deal. There's nothing wrong with taking some profits. Nothing wrong with that, or losses. Go ahead, William. What you got? You've been there for a while, and then we'll do Sigio. Is it? What do you after?
Okay. No, I was want to kind of point out a couple things, and I think a lot of people are looking a little too deep into a lot of this. I mean, and one of the things is like I feel like the first drop initially, and that flip they did on the bottom towards where we flipped back up and started pushing back up. One thing I kind of paid attention to there was like the Bitcoin dominance on that last flip on the hourly, of course, not on the daily, for BTC. And then I saw that the dominance was like extremely low. So I was kind of expecting another dump, and it ended up happening, which is where we're at currently. I mean, but if we really look at it in like the bigger scheme of things, we've basically done a market reset to January. I don't really see us going much lower than that from where we were. But I do want to kind of, throw out there the theory that Sundays are typically bad, right? So I don't feel that, from my perspective, that we're going to continue in the upward, we'll continue in the upward trend, but I think we'll end up falling back from that. And then, potentially even, with the end of month scenarios that happen every single month and them trying to push the price down every single month. I forget what it's called, but I have had a lot of sleep watching charts, but basically it's been kind of, what they do every month is they push this price down and they suppress the price at the end of every month. And futures, that's what it is. So they do that for futures. So I feel that we're going to end up with a futures push, but I do feel like we'll end up bouncing off that futures push into a new high, potentially. I mean, again, this is just my perspective. I do feel like they'll push it down, but I think we'll end up bottoming in a similar position to where we're at, or maybe a little bit higher, showing an uptrend, and then kind of pushing up from there.
That's a good point,
that
man.
Kind of makes sense.
That's a good point. I like it. Thank you. Pedro, what you got, man? Pedro?
I answer fully the question. Then give me a couple minutes.
Okay, that's fine. Hey guys, raise your hand when you have a question. Cal, what you got?
Hey, good day, everybody. Thank you, William, Alex, for all your input. We watched on the last Q&A the Wyckoff distribution model. If you talked about it already on this call, forget what I'm talking about. I got on a couple of minutes behind. Do you put any emphasis on that whatsoever, or you strictly stay live on the charts?
Honestly, I haven't looked at it, so I can't really answer on that. If one of the coaches want to speak up, I haven't looked at that distribution model.
I mean, this guy put together a presentation where the Wyckoff distribution from Bitcoin's kind of major push in a positive direction.
I think the gig is kind of up on that.
What would you say?
Pardon?
The gig is kind of up on that, like the cat's out of the bag, if you will. So Bitcoin went through a Wyckoff distribution. You can superimpose the theoretical pattern onto the chart, and it fits almost perfectly. And then where Bitcoin diverged from the pattern is where Ethereum picked up the pattern, and you can see that superimposition on the Bitcoin's divergence from the pattern. At this point, though, I think we're breaking away from all of that stuff.
We went through, all the coaches went through that quite in detail after we watched that video together, I think yesterday. And we watched the part 2 as well, where it said it's shifting onto Ethereum. Like you just said, I'm not sure who just spoke, Adam, I think. That drop off took that chart away from Ethereum. Because that was meant to be the beginning of the Wyckoff, which should have shown a pump, and then that consolidation. Yeah, so at the moment it's a bit of a free for all.
It is true though. Everything's off. Stock to flow.
It's eerily similar, really similar. And part of that is showing that if that Wyckoff, let's just say hypothetically it was like the 2013, and it is that pullback, and it is ready for the next pump, then that phase E, anyone that's seen that the Wyckoff distribution, and it does dip even further and goes down to its next level, 28k, 30k, and then it pushes back up and makes even higher highs. Great. Me personally, I know we've all got our own plays. What Alex is doing here, I think, is extremely smart. Once you push once you get confirmation that you've got through that, and then think about the dynamic that will change for everybody. You've pushed through it, and you've got gains that you can continue after this. What Alex said, you've missed out on 8%. So what? If it goes past this, it's gonna prove that was manipulation, and you've got so much more to make. You're just 8% lower than you would be at the very, very top. Who's going to care when you've doubled, tripled, quadrupled? You're not going to think, oh, I could have had 8% more. You've done the smart move, been safe, played defensive, and just taken that 8% difference, you know?
Yeah.
I had a hard time selling ETH at 33, 35, whatever some of the calls were. You know, having got in mainly in the upper 3,000s, it was really hard for me to sink my teeth into that. I mean, obviously it ended up being a miraculous call. If I would have followed suit, I probably would have doubled the number of Ethereum in hand. That was just a super, super tough one for me.
Yeah. It was tough for me too, believe it or not. Like I said, I haven't sold nothing for so long, but it was worth it, I guess. Let's go through some more questions. Casey, what's up, buddy? And then we'll do Lambev.
Hey, so I was just wondering if you saw how ADA performed under like the crash.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it didn't really drop too much. So I wanted to ask, what are your kind of like long-term thoughts on Ethereum? I mean, on Cardano.
Well, it's not that it didn't drop too much. It just it performed best after it dropped. It did drop. Right. It dropped a lot. Cardano is like the runner-up for me. It's like, you know, the second in line for me. And then before it was DOT, but Cardano's making it just looks better to me now. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Earlier you said something about Matic and how you
so that's a specific question. So
yeah.
All right, so basically what I see with Polygon is really interesting because it's actually decentralized. It's more attached to Ethereum than ADA, and it works, and it's cheap, and it works, and it has a lot of liquidity in different pairs too, and it's like instant. So I think, and it's working now, and ADA is not working now. So I don't know. It doesn't matter really at the end of the day what wins at the end of the line, but I do think that Polygon and specifically the quick swap rate has more upside potential than ADA. Has a lot more upside potential. So that's what I was referring to, is like there's a reason why, because Polygon performed way better than ADA during this, right? Way better.
Right.
So, and there's a reason for that. It's because they use it as the gas, basically, like on Ethereum. So people are basically forced to buy it to use their platform. And actually, to be honest with you, with this exit strategy and stuff, we're gonna I have some videos created. I mean, we can go over that. That was my plan, guys. My plan was to go and teach you guys this layer 2 in this Q&A, get everybody set up. So if we do make that sell call, it's cheap, and you know that 8% doesn't turn into like 13%, right? And we could talk about that. Go ahead.
That'd be great if you could.
Yeah, we'll do that the last half an hour. So how about this? We'll just do a quick vote. If you want the questions to continue to the rest of the Q&A and we don't do a tutorial, we'll put 1s in the chat. If you guys want me to go over Polygon, put 2s in the chat. If you want me to go over the exchange, put 2s in the chat. 1 if you want me to just do straight questions throughout the whole thing. Let's see. What are we getting? We're getting more 2s than 1s. Yeah, it's clear more tools. So the last half an hour of this Q&A will be allocated simply towards the tutorial with Polygon. Okay, last half an hour we'll go over all that stuff because I think it's really important to understand. I think it's the runner-up. It's definitely the next best layer. It's not a layer 1. It's a layer 2 scaling solution, and their product works. It works very well. All right, let's just run through some.
One more of that, more Matic and more ADA.
Yeah, you can get some of those. I mean, if like I said, you know, just to add to that, I think that's probably a good bet. Why do you think I did not buy any Bitcoin? You guys see me buy any Bitcoin? I did not buy any Bitcoin. I bought straight altcoins, and I wanted to keep it to Ethereum specifically because I wanted to keep it all in one so I can get rid of it quicker if I had to. So that's why that's the only reason I didn't go into ADA. And before this dip, ADA was pumping more than anything. So I was like, all right, Ethereum is more asymmetrical. That's why I said best risk to reward, and I went all in on ETH specifically. But what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Polygon looks good as a exchange. So I'm not buying Polygon. I'm buying the Uniswap alternative because it has way more risk to rewards. Under 200 million market cap. Under 200 million market cap. That's crazy. Let's go into some more questions. Let's do Miss Tim. What's up, buddy? You got another question?
Yeah, so just to get a little clarification, if we are looking at the chart you were just watching for the to see whether it pushes through or not, if basically what I'm trying to do is I'm probably going to unload when it hits a little bit of a higher point before it shows whether it's going to dip down or push through. And like you said, if it does or doesn't, I'll act on it at that point. But it would help me to consolidate everything. I'm trying to figure out, like, if it does go back up, like, because I'm still not very familiar with the patterns and trends that these charts are showing. So what would be like, where would it potentially, so in other words, if it's going back down or going back up, when it starts to consolidate like that, do we have any idea of how close to the line it would be getting, so that I can be kind of keeping an eye on that to know when to make my call?
I don't think the line is something you guys should take super serious. I think you should just take like more momentum wise. So like if you see, for example, it is up in the air. This is a trader thing. Like it's not always black and white. But like personally, the way I'm looking at it is like this looks like it's obviously dying. Like it's not like these. Look at the size of these candlesticks versus like these. There's clearly something going on here, right? So look at these look at the size of this. A huge candlesticks, right? So it looks like it's dying. It depends on what's going to happen really when it bounces off this line. Is if we see like, let's say, a large candlestick like that, that's obvious, right? It just depends on a lot of different variables.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, I know this doesn't seem to be on point, but it kind of is. What is when we talk about a bear market, what is it that causes a bear market? Like I know the mechanics of it, the money goes from all the altcoins into Bitcoin, but what's the reasoning behind that? Like why does everything suddenly switch over? Or is it just because Bitcoin starts to rise in price?
I don't think it's everyone going to Bitcoin. I think it's a misconception. I think it's more of money exiting the market, less exiting out of Bitcoin, and then some going into Bitcoin.
Got it. So what would usually cause that? What would cause everybody to go from crypto?
Last time it was blow off tops. That's the best indication we have. Massive blow off tops, no negative news, just pure downtrend. There wasn't anything big last time. It was just like gassed out, blow off top. So where basically you have like a day where it goes ballistic, like within a day it goes up like 40% or something, and then just comes down the same exact day. That's a blow off top.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll do Mr. Lambev. Can't ever pronounce your first name. Or Mrs. Or Mr.
Hi, Alex.
What's up, man?
On that. I just have a quick question. Are you still keen on red? Because I might have missed what you did with.
Yeah, I got rid of RAD before the dip. Yeah, I got rid of RAD during like the meme coin craze. I actually put profits into Shiba Inu, or losses actually, into Shiba Inu. I used to say profit. You got any other questions?
I see that we have a big green candle.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. What did you say?
We have the green candle, the big green candle right now.
That's a 5 minute. That's a 5 minute. Guys, don't look at the 5 minute unless you really know what you're doing.
Okay.
The 5 minute is a scary place. You will not be able to predict anything in the 5 minutes. It's hard. It's really hard. Just look at the hourly, the lowest you possibly can. 4 hours even better, to be honest. Don't go to the 5 minute. I just look at it because, that's what I have to do, right? Look at the 1 minute. Stuff like that. It's just, this is a bad indication. Because, like, you can see it on the 1 minute breaking below the line, thinking it's going to go below, but, like, no. See it on a longer time frame. It's usually better. Go ahead. Yep. All right. Devin, what you got, man?
So I have a question about BNB.
What's up?
So,
what about it?
Do you think BNB will be a good long-term hold until the next cycle, or should I get rid of it? I have a lot of BNB.
I mean, I'm gonna get rid of it at some point. I stick by it. I said this like 3 years ago. My long-term cycle holds are Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's it.
So you wouldn't even hold Matic?
Nah.
The Matic is no.
It's a layer 2, man. Layer 2s get weeded out when Ethereum 2.0 comes around.
Not even Wi-Fi either?
Oh, no, definitely not Wi-Fi. I'm holding ETH, BTC, that 30%, you guys, what's up?
You wouldn't hold any other altcoins with like an actual working product?
Maybe like the thing is they're going to, no matter if they have a working product or not, they're going to lose more valuation than Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay, yeah, that's very true. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
No problem. Let's do, if you guys could put your hands down if you already talked, let's do Yosvani. Sorry if I butchered that name.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, man? What's up?
Oh, good, man. Hey, I just joined the forum today, and in the past I've been playing around with shit coins and selling, buying, and making a lot of profit from them. At some point I bought Dogecoin on the bit. I don't really have Ethereum. I don't really own none of those big coins. I was just playing around. I'm kind of new to the market. If I want to drop some money in, you think you recommend me to wait a little bit? I want to put like 5, 6, 7 G's to the market. I don't really know what to get.
I would do,
at this point, you know?
I'll do what we're talking about right now, but the inverse. So if like we're looking to sell probably around this range, if it breaks above, it might be a good time to buy. Just do the inverse of what we're doing. You get what I'm saying?
Just to wait until, like, what is that, the total market? This is the total one?
This is the total market capitalization, yes. I'll do the inverse. So
wait to go about 1.8?
yeah, about like this range right here. Around, let's get above this high.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what should I be looking into, like, to start, like the big players, or any recommendation for me
to start? Oh, get through the course, man. Get through the course. Watch the last 10 Q&As. You'll learn more in the Q&As you do the course, but the course is also built for a reason. Q&As are most up-to-date recent information, so you'll get a lot of goodies there. We have more than enough content for you to watch.
What I do with all these shit coins that I have that have lots of lower values, right? Hold them for a little bit longer, or should I dump everything?
They're probably going to go up with this, so maybe wait for this. It depends on how much you have, but I would wait for this to see this play out and then make your decision after that.
All right, yeah, gotcha. All right, man, thanks.
No problem. All right, let's do Garang.
Alex, so I know that you said you're watching this in next 5 hours of what happens in the market cap chart. Now, say it turns downwards dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
So your strategy is to keep your 30% in the coins you're never gonna sell, and when you sell the remainder of 70%, and you call it as the market top, and then we go into the bear market.
I would.
Or
it's not perfect that way, but yeah, I'm gonna just take profit here. That's the best answer I can give you. It's not exactly what you said, though. I can't agree to that. It's just I'm going to take profit here, take risk off the table, and then reevaluate the situation.
So my question is, like, in my portfolio right now, I don't really have a lot of Bitcoin. I do have Ethereum, all the layer ones, Polkadot, and all the. So would you recommend, if I do decide to do that 70% out and 30% in, and let's say that we get a decent signal that this is the top. Now we're just heading to the bear market slowly. Would you say that I should just change everything to Ethereum and Bitcoin and get rid of the rest, or
Yeah, I mean that's what I would do. That's what if I really think it's the market top, I'm just gonna hold my Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything else is gonna go.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks,
no problem. Good question. All right. Let's do Hands. What's up, man? How you doing? You're muted.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Alex, quick question.
If we could, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mute you. I was asking Hands. I don't mean to be disrespectful. But yeah, go ahead, Hands.
Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? At least for me tonight. You just said that you were supporting Polygon, right? I understood that correctly, because you say it's a good system.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I heard you say to someone that you would not hold Matic.
On the dip, yeah. And Matic's already appreciated a large percentages. Like, if you guys look at my calls, I didn't buy Matic. I didn't make a buy call on Matic. I only bought it for the sole purpose to get quick swap.
Exactly. But if you're so supportive of the Polygon system, why wouldn't you buy Matic?
Because it already pumped a lot, and the market doesn't move to Matic. The market moves to Ethereum and Bitcoin. So if I think it's going to go down, I'll get rid of all altcoins. It doesn't matter what altcoins I'm holding. Matic, you know, any of them.
Matic has pumped 200x since 2019.
Yeah, I bought Matic like a year and a half ago. Were you here for the buy call hands?
We bought them together. Alex.
Yeah. We got in Matic a long time ago.
But I mean, it's been up even, let's say now it's about 150 euros, and it was something like 2 euros, like a week or 1 or 2 weeks ago. So wouldn't you guess that if the system is that good, that it will go up right up there again? So you mean you're selling Matic now so you can buy it in cheaper later? Or?
Yeah. I'm just risk assessing the whole market. I'm not taking individual coins into consideration. Whole market.
Okay, then I understand. All right, thanks.
But I will say though, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So Matic is good short term, right? That's what you're saying. Short term, it's a good play if you buy low. But long term, because I feel a lot of people have this same question, and I feel like that's what you're saying. It's a good short term play if you bought low.
Yeah, it's so hard to get all my thoughts out. All right, so I think I'm gonna answer this right here. Ready? There's a couple coins that look obviously resilient. There's a couple coins that look resilient in this like craziness. It looks like it's ADA and Matic. They look resilient. So let me just be very clear. If there was a coin that I were gonna hold, it would probably be Ethereum, ADA, and Matic. If there was a coin I was gonna hold, but I'm not looking at it in that perspective. I'm looking at it as I'm doing like kind of the side research, figuring out what's working, and then I'm doing the market condition research, and I'm like, okay, the market conditions suck. I don't care if it's Matic or not. I'm gonna get rid of a lot in general. And then if I want to get back in, I'll probably get into like Matic or something like that. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of an answer for the short term and the long term. The market sucks right now. If we reject off this, nothing good happens. I'm getting rid of pretty much everything. I don't care how strong the fundamentals are. You know what I mean? But these were resilient in these recent drops and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. If I can't explain something clear, that's fine. Just tell me again. I'll like work around it.
I think people are misconstruing what you're saying, Alex, specifically. So I think what Alex is saying is if this thing drops 10K BTC, Ethereum will probably drop like, I don't know, 1K, right? If it drops 10K on Matic, it's going to drop it back to $1 almost, right? It's going to lose almost like what 50 to 60% of its value. So the value loss on an alt is bigger than the value lost on a big cap. That's essentially what he's saying. So he's saying he's staying at big cap, so he has less risk. So if a pullback happens, he loses less money, and he can buy the bottom and buy more back.
Exactly. That's a good point to put it.
That's the percentage point.
Yeah.
Right there.
Exactly. The coins, no matter what coins are, most of the time will die more than Ethereum and Bitcoin. And then Ethereum is just a safer defensive play. It's just safe. Everybody knows of Ethereum. Everybody's trying to get cheap Ethereum. That's the goal of everybody's portfolio. Just get cheaper Ethereum and Bitcoin. Most people, especially whales, that is their goal. Okay. Now, there's the retail, that's not their goal. But most people in this community are trying to get, ADA, ETH, the big ones. So as a defensive investor, I focus on those, but I will sell it if I have to.
Exactly. But then also probably now selling all the altcoins then.
Yeah. Well, I'll look at them. I'll evaluate not every single one because some of them are just too small with the transaction fee. But like I would sell like the big lump sum that I have. The big lump sums where I can pay a transaction fee and it's really worth it. I'll go for those.
Okay.
And I'll let you know every single coin I sell. You'll see it in my Xerion. You'll see my USDC. You'll look at the transactions. You'll be able to see exactly what I sold. And I think Bailey just posted it too. So there's no excuses. Everybody just click through Xerion and figure out what it is. Very simple to understand. All right, we'll do, I don't know if that was Mr. or Mrs. Jackson. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you can go ahead and speak now. Excuse me.
Okay. Hey, Alex. This is Miss Jackson. Yeah. Just a quick question. I just started the program, I would say like a couple days ago. And so I am holding a few coins, like how we were talking to ETH, the Bitcoin and all that. But I am going to start off with like investing 5,000. And so just starting off the ground, because I know you're doing the 1,000 to the six-figure challenge,
Mhm.
and I wanted to see, I wanted to actually mimic that. So what do you suggest?
I suggest you don't mimic that. I suggest.
Okay.
I know. Okay, so there's like everybody should know by now. There's two different things, right? And if you watch the video, I specifically say the same thing I'm telling you right now. You should never mimic anybody's trades, including mine. Including mine.
Right.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not how it works. These are just recommendations, and we provide our own research. That is the basically community we've built. This is the community we built. We want people to do their own research and make their own decisions because their situation is going to be completely different from mine, and vice versa, right? So I wouldn't recommend you do that, but what you could do is you could take it in consideration for your research. So if you have 5K, I mean, everything we talked about in this Q&A, I don't know if you just joined or not, is relevant to your 5K. Everything we just talked about, right?
Okay.
So maybe if that's all you have in crypto, it's probably smart to just get early wins instead of following my 1K to 100K, jump into ETH or something like that. Because ETH is going to give you a solid 30-40%. ADA, solid 30-40% if we have a big dip. Or if you have another big dip, jump into those. I would recommend.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No problem. It's defensive time. It's defensive time. Joey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, bud? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah. So, back to the Matic thing. I don't know. I started investing in this another freaking yield farm there. I tried seeing what you thought on one of your posts there, but figured.
I think I know what you're talking about. Are you sharing with me on Instagram?
Yeah. On the Slack there. It's called polywhale.finance.
Oh yeah, I looked at that as well. To be honest with you, man, like we can go into that if you really want to, but it's pretty much the same answer for all altcoins right now. It doesn't matter to me. You don't jump into the low market cap altcoins when the market's dumping. I never do that.
Yeah, I was already in it, so I'm just like,
Yeah, it's a recipe for failure for me. But I just want to really focus all time and energy on just figuring out this market because it's the most important variable, even for that project right there. I don't even need to do research on that project, and I can tell you that if this market goes down, that project's going down with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just focusing on that. Go ahead.
How likely you think the market's going to keep dipping or going down?
Right now, my thoughts with my gut and everything I know is 70% up, 30% down. Depending on where this chart goes, that can change. But I really do think, like with everything I know, that we're going above this line within the next couple of hours. We're going to continue higher, make higher highs. I do. I just do.
Okay, so once you think it breaks that resistance there, you think you're good?
Yeah, we'll double check, triple check. I'll be here all night. I'm not moving from the spot. I'm going to order some dinner. I'll be here all night. Don't worry. I got some beds over there. I'll sleep in the office. But for sure, my gut is telling me we're good.
Yeah.
Can we stay on the live all night?
Nah, I can't do that, man. I got to focus. I do better research by myself, just to be clear, and then I come and piggyback all that information off everybody, and it usually works that way.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem, no problem. All right, we got a lot of questions here, guys. Who have been here for a long time that I didn't answer? I think Walter, I've seen you for a while. Go ahead, Walter. You have to unmute yourself, Walter.
Oh, yeah, I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, okay. It says you're raised. It's all good.
I'm sorry.
So I'll lower it. We'll do, who did I not talk to? Darcy. Go ahead, Darcy.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Laura. Yeah, go for it.
Hi. I'm just a very small fry, a small little packet. I have it divided between XRP, a little bit of Ethereum. Would you consolidate it all in Ethereum? I think I understand that from what you're saying anyway, but would you move it at this stage into Ethereum and just...
I'm glad you brought that up. XRP is being resilient too. You guys notice that? XRP looks good in a lot of this stuff. So I'll add that to the category. I'm not getting rid of my XRP for ETH.
So tomorrow's a big day for XRP, but I'm starting right at the bottom, and I'm really appreciating the first week of your course. So that's the focus. But I have to protect a little bit that I've got. So okay to hang on in XRP.
It depends on what. If you only have XRP, I don't know. That's a hard one for me. But personally, I have a lot of ETH in comparison to my XRP, and I'm holding my XRP. So if you have no ETH, then yeah, I'll recommend getting a little bit maybe.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. All right, we got Aaron. What's up, buddy?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good, good. Nice shirt.
I wanted to maybe bring up a point, and I'm not sure if this is an arbitrary ratio, but is it worth looking at ADA and Matic in terms of a ratio amongst each other?
Yeah, you can do that. We could definitely do that. ADA. I don't know if they have like we might have to make the chart.
Just the ADA to BTC.
I'm sorry. Let me just. What were you saying? What were you saying?
I was looking at ADA BTC / Matic BTC.
Can you just copy and paste and send it to me so I can just paste it in here and make it easier?
Alright.
Oh, do you already have it? If you don't, I can just make it. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Let me just open a new tab. So you would do ADA
BTC.
You could do it ETH too. It doesn't really matter, but we could do BTC.
Okay.
Just do BTC divided by OS plus.
I was going to, but I...
What was the other one you were talking about? Matic?
The BTC.
Matic, BTC. Let's see. So yeah, it looks good. I get what you're saying. I get.
I was looking at.
That's actually smart, man. I'm gonna save that. Thank you for letting me know that. It's out competing ADA, or it's catching a bottom for ADA. Wow, that was a good recommendation. You guys see that? Does everybody understand this? If this chart is going down, ADA is doing better. If this chart goes up, Matic's doing better. And it looks like Matic just caught a bottom in comparison to ADA. That's smart. It might not be a bad idea if you want to keep it. If your conclusion is I'm keeping the crypto and I'm not going to sell it in this little debacle we have going on, and you have a lot of ADA, it might not be a bad idea to get into Matic in comparison.
But am I thinking about that backwards? I was looking at that as the ADA is the one that's on the bottom end versus Matic.
No, it's the first one. So whatever the first one is, it details the chart. So if it's going down, that means that ADA in comparison to Matic is going down.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
If this is going up, exactly. The first one always dictates where it goes. Okay, so the first one, if this was flipped, this chart would be flipped. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Matic has been beating ADA by percentage gains since over here. Or I'm sorry, the other way around. ADA has been beating Matic, and then Matic recently just had right here coming up. Or actually, I'm over here confused. Okay, ADA is going down in comparison to Matic. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to be very clear. You guys, this is always confusing. We've done this like 6 times. But yeah, the first one dictates the chart. Everybody got that?
So you said it would have been the same if it would say ADA/dollars, then you would immediately understand it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
because
just
because then you would say, oh yeah, ADA is going down in dollars. So
exactly.
if you just change that dollars to Matic. That's only a change in currency, if you want to call it that way. So it's the ADA against the dollar, against the euro, against the Matic.
Exactly. And in this case, if you look at it, this makes it more simple. Like Ethereum versus Bitcoin. If this chart goes up, Ethereum's been better. It's the first one.
Exactly.
So the last one, ADA, was the first one, and it was going down. That means that Matic was doing better.
So ADA's doing better against Matic now.
No. Oh yeah. So vice versa from what I said. Yeah. See, I'm confused. It's the first one that dictates. That's how I remember. I'm dyslexic.
ADA's doing better.
What? What did you say? I don't know what you said. But like the first one dictates. Yeah, exactly. So what I said was wrong. ADA was doing better in that chart.
Alex, but you'll get it someday.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic. Leave me alone.
My brain hurt.
Leave me alone. Everybody's making fun of me on the YouTube saying I'm stupid.
The way you fired off yesterday on the YouTube.
Oh yeah, man, we're all stressed. It's not you guys. I'm stressed over here too. I promise I'm stressed.
Don't react to those fools, man. Don't get lured.
I like it though. It's fun.
You needed that. I know.
It's a good time.
You needed the moment to give a punch.
We know you're different, right?
Let's go with some more questions. I think Laura was waiting there for a long time. Go ahead, Laura.
Hey there, thank you. Just to give you a little background, I'm about a week into crypto at all. And I knew going into it, I was like having FOMO and acting like FOMO behaviors. Anyway, where I want to get to this is that my main holdings are Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, DOT, and a little bit of Matic. So all projects I believe in, but I bought them all high. My question is, if this doesn't, if in the next couple of hours, if we don't end up breaking resistance and continuing to head up, if it kind of rolls over and goes back down, would you, as a total newbie, I mean, I'm barely knowing how to buy and sell, would you just hold tight, or would you cut your losses and then get back in?
Okay, so the advantage that you have is that you don't have a lot, and I'm assuming it's probably on the same exchange. Am I wrong?
Well, I do have a lot, and no, they're not on the same exchange. I have 9K Bitcoin, 9K ETH, 11K ADA.
I didn't mean quantity. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean quantity. You don't have to explain that. I meant like you don't have like most people.
A ton of coins.
Yeah, there's like I got like 30 coins. So that's the advantage you have.
Yeah.
Is that you're small and like it's all in one platform. Probably. Am I wrong?
No, it's on Binance, Gemini, Kraken mostly.
So what I would do is I would like really sit there for the next 3 or 4 hours after this Q&A, figure out how to buy and sell, like seriously figure it out. Like we have tutorials in the course, and then honestly, like I said, I would never take anyone's start point in consideration with this decision. I would take nothing into consideration. If I feel like the market's going to go down, if you feel like the market's going to go down, being that you're a complete newbie, if I make the sell call, maybe take half of it off the table and learn how to sell, and then get back in, because that can make up for the losses that you lost at the top. Or we could be wrong, and the worst that can happen is you get in 8% less and you learn how to buy and sell, and you learn how to move in this market, which will probably make up for it later on.
I do have.
Can you just mute the mics? Can we just mute the mics, guys?
Yeah, I'll mute them all.
I have feedback. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Sorry, go ahead, Laura, again. We muted you, Laura, too. Just unmute. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I do have some experience trading options and stocks in the stock market, so I do have some experience, but I just don't have experience in crypto. Sorry, no, I have, but plane going by. But anyway, okay. So your thought is, hey, if the call is if we see on the charts that we might be headed back down, maybe sell 50% of that and then scoop up at the bottom.
Yeah, it would be better than holding on the way down.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. So based on my training and my experience in the traditional markets, it scares me to just like ride it all the way down. I've been burned doing that too. So I'd rather sort of cut my losses and then get back in if that's the direction it's heading.
Yeah.
And understand that I had FOMO and bought high and have some lessons learned there.
Exactly. That's a smart way to look at it. And honestly, if you would ask me this 6 months ago, I would have told you just hold on to it and keep it going. But we're actually in a situation where it doesn't seem that that's the smartest answer. So we just changed a little bit. Risk is higher now.
Do you think? Thank you so much.
No problem.
Super helpful. And then, do you think I should boost up my Matic exposure to balance a little bit more with the others? That one's like a 1%er. Is that maybe half?
Yeah, Matic's a good one if you want to keep all those, and that's what you got. Matic has been performing pretty well.
Yeah, because it's been holding better than the others, as well as oh, you guys are quicker at this than I am, but as well as DOT, what's been holding?
DOT looked good, ADA good. They all looked really good, to be honest. But like someone just showed on that chart, it looked like in the recent history, ADA has been doing the best.
Okay, all right, thank you guys.
No problem. Let's do Devin. Devin, you're muted.
My bad. So are you selling any of your long-term holds?
My long-term holds is that 30%. That 30%, that 30 ETH BTC. No, I'm not going to sell that. That's the Celsius loan I took out. That's part of that, and sitting there in that that loan vault. So Yeah, I'm just selling like everything that I have pretty much on Coinbase. If I like went on a dramatic sale spree, it would be like everything in my Coinbase, Kraken, and my Zerion. Coinbase is usually just like DOT, ADA, and the big ones that you guys know of. Zerion's like my trading, where it's like that's where I go hard on some different altcoins. And then Kraken's like a continuation of Coinbase. I just have like DOT and Kusama on Kraken. So, yeah.
I have a problem right now because I don't know if I should sell my Ethereum. I actually like, I love Ethereum. Like, I like what they're doing, and I believe in the long-term picture of Ethereum. So I don't want to sell any of it.
Look, there's two ways you guys can
I
go.
sold all my Bitcoin already, so that's why I feel like I should just hold the rest of my Ethereum.
You could do that. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to take like full responsibility of the consequences of your decision. So if Ethereum goes back all the way down to 500, $1,000, are you comfortable with holding that all the way through? If so, then do it.
I got into Ethereum around like $300, so like,
You'll still be in profit. That's fine.
yeah, that's I don't know.
The way I look at it is very, very simple, guys. You guys are overcomplicating it. Like whatever your portfolio is, leave some in, take some out. It's okay. Now's the time. There's nothing wrong with selling as long as you know how to buy back in and you watch the market very thoroughly, right? So even if you love your Ethereum, well, you probably will love it more if you had more Ethereum when you bought back in cheaper, right? So there's no reason to be emotionally attached. The only reason I've held before in the past is because the risk was very low in comparison to the upside. It's always been that way. Now there's a potential that the risk is higher and that we're at the top. So it's just smarter in practice to adapt no matter how much you love the crypto and make a decision in a rational way, a logical way. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Alex, I just wanted to tag on that. Is that okay? If I add something to that?
Yeah.
What he was talking about. So I know that it's kind of it freaks you out, especially if you got good prices when you bought in. Like I got Matic really low and I was like, well, trying to figure out where to sell it. But ultimately the mathematics, if you sell it wherever you're at, whatever profit we've made so far, let's say you bought it at 200, we've made, whatever profit it is, you're realizing that profit when you sell it off, and when it drops back down, you buy it and come back up. You're riding back up that new profit that you can make. But so in other words, you're really not, don't get caught up on the price that we bought it at, because if it does go all the way down, you can still make even more than you've already made. But the other thing is, because you bought it so low, you have the ability to watch the chart longer than some of us and kind of verify that it's going down before you get out. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the advantage there. You have more time to make the decision to be assured that it's going down or if it's going to go back up.
That's how I feel. Like I feel like if I wait, I could just buy more Ethereum in the bear market and just sell all of it in like the next 5 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good question.
That seems like the safest and best plan to me.
Hey Alex,
I
I'm
don't know
having
about
an
safety.
issue raising my hand, so I'm just gonna mute if you allow me.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm having the same issue. I have most of my currencies saved in my hard Trezor wallet. So do you think in times like this it's wiser to just switch it to an exchange like Binance in case anything happens?
100%. You guys should definitely get your money off hard cold storage wallets, get into places to sell and buy. 100%.
Okay, cool.
But let me just say this. Actually, let me re-say that. Put some of it on Uniswap and get into what I'm gonna do on Polygon. Let's do that. That's what we're gonna do, because that can't go down on us. It's a blockchain. Coinbase could go down and inhibit you from selling, but you can't on a decentralized exchange. So let me just be very clear. I
already got it fixed up, the Quicks, and I got the Ethereum.
Nice.
And the Matic to do all this stuff, so.
All right, you're good to go then. You're good to go.
All right.
All right. We have a lot of hands. I think the whole group came to the conclusion that you guys want to go over the tutorial. So I'm going to go over that right now. If it's extremely important, go ahead and speak up now. Let's try to knock it out. But I'm going to go through the tutorial because that's what we came to a conclusion on. We could do another vote if you guys want, but that's what everybody voted for. So we're going to go over that stuff, okay? Sorry, guys. I don't mean to, leave you high and dry. Go ahead and speak up if it's serious, if it's really serious. But I'm going to go through this. We have literally, almost 12 hands up. So it's going to take a very long time. I'm not going to be able to get through this tutorial. So all you have to do, if you guys want to pull up your laptops, if you have issues, just let me know. I'm just going to walk you through the process. We have a tutorial on this if you haven't seen it already. But let me just give you my reasoning so you understand why I'm going to use this platform and why it's better. So Uniswap's very expensive. Everybody knows that. when there's times of massive panic and massive, FOMO, the price of ETH goes up like, I mean, not the price of ETH, the price of gas goes up like crazy. So me and my coach's thoughts like, oh, look, all right, we're getting into the selling game now of getting in and out, right? This is the game we have to play, right? Because this market's crazy risk. So let's say hypothetically we make the bad sell call and it's like the market continues. We say sell, market continues. Well, it wouldn't matter as much if you're paying less than a penny for transaction fees. So Matic is pretty much that solution. What is it? Let's go to the website. It takes you to Polygon. Visit Polygon. And then this is basically what it is. It's just a layer 2 solution on the Ethereum blockchain. You can go to CoinGecko and pull up QuickSwap. Has the highest liquidity, highest transaction volume. Right here. Up a little bit on the 24-hour. We go to QuickSwap Exchange. It's really interesting because it was one click. Here, let me pull it up on a different browser so that because I haven't set it up on this browser yet, so it'll show me setting it up. All right, so this is the browser right here. You just click plus. Let me just pull up QuickSwap. All you have to do is right here, switch to Matic. It's really interesting because it actually gives like a one.
Alex, I can't see you on my screen. Is that for everyone?
You guys see me? Right?
Yeah, we're fine.
It's probably
now I can see him.
Yep. So when it's gonna tell you switch network, and then when you switch, it's probably gonna say I don't have the network. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, right here, connect to account 1, connect. There you go. It automatically created it. So if you come over here, you can see that now I have Matic network right here. So now I'm in the Matic network, and then we have the Ethereum mainnet. Boom, Ethereum, Matic, 2 different blockchains. Everybody understand that? Okay. From there, it's very simple. Matic is like the gas on this exchange. So when you're using ETH to pay for your Ethereum transactions or ERC 2020 transactions, when you send a coin, you have to use a little bit of ETH. Okay, that's how it works. In this case, you have to use a little bit of Matic. So if you go to Uniswap, you can go ahead, go to Uniswap, buy Matic on Uniswap. So let's say you have a whole bunch of ETH or whatever the case is, or altcoins that you want to get rid of. You go to Uniswap, you swap the altcoins. Let's say you have ETH for Matic. It's very simple. You've done this before. Most of you have done this. Boom. Polygon, import, connect wallet, MetaMask. It's on the wrong network because we're on Matic. All you have to do is come on over to Ethereum mainnet right there. Boom. Okay. From there, you put the amount of ETH you want to sell. I don't have any ETH in this wallet, do I? Yes, I do. Wait, whose wallet is this? Hold on. Which wallet is this? I don't have any ETH. What the heck? Oh, it says. Oh yeah, it says insufficient balance. It says insufficient balance. Yeah, so I don't have any ETH. So right there, you press swap. It does like a normal swap. If you don't know how to do a swap, like I highly recommend you try to get through that portion of the course. We have MetaMask and Uniswap tutorials in the course, and do it ASAP, like really quick, and try to get confident with it ASAP too. Get confident because it's a little weird when you sell. So from there, we go over to the QuickSwap interface, and then you go to bridge assets right here. So let me explain. So how it works, and I kind of explained this with the tutorial if you guys already watched it, but basically there's 2 different blockchains, right? 2 different blockchains. One is Matic, one is Ethereum. You just bought the ERC20 token version of Matic, right? That's what you just bought on Uniswap. Now you have to bridge it over to Matic network so you get the Matic version of Matic. Okay, I'm just gonna put M, right? The way you do that is by going over here and clicking bridge. It's a bridge. It's a bridge from one blockchain to the other. You're bridging from the blockchain to the other. You click that and it opens up a web wallet that you can connect with your MetaMask. Boom, connect it. Connect. There you go. Now you sign it. This is you transferring into layer 2. That signature right there was you jumping into the layer 2 scaling solution that is called Matic Network, okay? Now from there, you come over here, move funds to Matic Network. From here, you can now access that ETH. You have to switch your account back, right? Boom, right here. I switch it back to Ethereum mainnet, make sure it's on Ethereum, and then you could take whatever Ether, or in your case, you guys just bought Matic. So you switch this over here to Matic, okay? Now you have that Matic you just purchased on Uniswap. You can import it there. You press switch, or I'm sorry, not switch. You just press transfer. So you're doing Matic to Matic. Matic, bridging it to Matic. Transfer, there you go. And it goes through. It's actually cheaper than any other bridge in cryptocurrency, so it should be less than like $30. It's really cheap, actually. I was really surprised when I saw that price. And then from there, you'll see it pop up when you come over here and you switch this to Matic Network. You'll see it pop up right there. I have 0, but you'll see it pop up there. And then from there, you can switch from here to any of these tokens. Right? So let's say hypothetically, you could do the same thing I just did, but instead of switching to Matic, you could just do it for your ETH. So that's what I plan on doing. I plan on taking the $100,000 worth of ETH or whatever I had, bridging it over here, not as Matic, but bridging it as ETH, because they have an ETH version. Look, you could bridge it as ETH. You just need Matic for the transaction fee. So maybe if you want to switch a little bit of Matic, if you don't want to hold that, and send all your ETH, that might be the smart play to do, right? So I'll probably send $100,000 worth of ETH to this bridge, and I already have a little bit of Matic in my wallet, and then from there, I would just simply do this to a stable coin that they have, which I actually never looked at their stable coins, but I know they have one. DAI, boom. I would switch it to DAI or whatever stable coin. I'll let you know exactly the stable coin I switch it to. I'll probably analyze the risk to see what they have, but yeah, it's probably going to be DAI from what I'm seeing. They don't have USDC, do they? Oh, they do. So I'll probably do USDC. Boom. And the transactions, like I said, are almost instant and less than a penny. Less than a penny. So let's say hypothetically, you swap it, and then we were wrong. You can jump back in. You don't lose any money in transaction fees, and it's smooth. Okay? Now, does anybody have any questions about that we can knock out? That was like a really quick tutorial. I understand if you don't get it. Does anybody have any questions?
I have a quick question. If I have Matic that I purchase on a centralized exchange, it's the same process, right? I just send it to the Ethereum because it's an ERC20 version and then bridge it, right?
Exactly.
That's the step. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then my other question was, to get it out of this, you're just reversing the steps.
Exactly. So you would come over here and you'd bridge back out. So you click bridge assets, and you would look at move funds to Matic network, and then you can switch it right here. So you see how it says Ethereum. Okay, so this is not like BNB chain. This is different. This is a layer 2, so it's connected to Ethereum in a different way. But you see how it says Ether POS.
It's the same process.
It's the same process, but it's just different for what happens on the blockchain. But
But
yeah.
hey, Alex, can you what about the bridges though? The POS versus the plasma bridge at the bottom. Did you cover that as well?
Oh,
or?
no, I haven't even looked into this. That's interesting. It takes 7 days to withdraw plasma exit.
Because I did mine's POS.
Yeah, it takes 3 hours. No, I actually haven't had time to, good point. Did you do some research on this?
Yeah, there's a difference. They have a chart that breaks out the difference between the plasma and POS bridge. I mean, basically the POS supports ERC 20, 721, 1155, while the plasma only, I think it only does like ERC 20, 721, and E. Oh, it's right there. Damn, you already pulled it up. My bad.
No, that's
yeah,
actually a good point. Look, it's a challenge period. Basically, okay, this is getting really high level. So basically, these have different ways of scaling Ethereum that is not perfect, but it's better than anything else we have, and it's trusted by a lot of people. So it's just telling the pros and cons of what chain you want to use. And if you go over to polygon.com, which I had on a different...
Hey, and the other thing too, while you're looking that up too, is I was dumb. You just did the automatic bridge, but I actually did a custom RPC and actually, did it through MetaMask. Just be careful, because I think like when you go to Matic, like on the Medium versus like their actual website, there's like 2 different addresses when you create the custom RPC. So just,
Yeah, just do it the automatic way I did it. Just do it the automatic way.
Yeah, I should have did the automatic. That was,
But yeah,
more work.
Press the automatic, it actually says the network details didn't match the records.
Wait, what?
When I pressed the button to switch to Matic, it connected to my MetaMask, but then it said there was like an error or a notification. It said the network details for the chain ID didn't match the records. So I'm not sure.
There's 2 addresses.
Refresh it and try it again. Refresh it.
I got the same error.
That's weird. I never got that.
I did it late. Alex, how would you get off Coinbase and onto this? How could you get your Coinbase wallet onto this wallet?
I don't know about Coinbase Wallet, but I know how to use the MetaMask version. That's the one I've used. I highly recommend MetaMask anyways. I don't like the Coinbase Wallet integration because it doesn't work with all decentralized protocols, but MetaMask does.
You would be able to skip a step by sending it right to the Matic wallet for swapping, couldn't you? Or no? You would skip the gas fees of sending it to your MetaMask and then.
I guess you would.
Wallet?
They do this decentralized with no gas fees. They have the I didn't know that. I don't use them.
No, what I mean is like if you switch it to MetaMask and then for MetaMask you gotta swap it there, you're paying gas fees twice, right? Like, I mean, you might be able to cut that down just by sending it straight to the Matic wallet for.
You have to use the bridge.
You have to use the bridge. The
Doing
bridge.
Got it. Okay. All right.
I took it all the way down to at first I
You can send it from your Coinbase or Binance wallet to the ERC20 address of your MetaMask, and then from there you bridge it to MetaMask, to Matic.
To Matic, yeah, because it sends it to the Ethereum.
Now, what is there's somebody in the background again with an open mic.
I'm gonna mute everybody again. I muted everybody. If you want to speak up.
Yeah, here I am again. Just so I followed the process. That's all clear. And just to put that together, what is the reason again to use that?
Because you can get
Just
in
for
and
the
out.
gas fees?
We can get in and out really cheap, and centralized exchange can't go down.
It's actually cheaper than exchanges.
Yeah, it's a cheaper exchange.
Yeah. So, but actually now on the Matic on the Matic platform, that's where you're gonna do your coins changes and everything now. Then.
Yeah, I'll probably do a
Right?
big sell. Not all of my portfolio will be on this because I have some on a centralized exchange. It's probably smarter to just do it there, but a big portion will be on here. If I sell, I'm probably gonna do that.
So Alex, I got a question.
And yeah, sorry, just the last question. And if you sold on the central exchanges, you put it probably in USDC, I guess.
Yeah.
But then you leave it there.
Yeah, I'll
Because
leave it
that's
there
also-
until to buy a dip back or something.
But then it can still go down that exchange, so your money is in there then.
Yeah, there's always that chance. I'm not gonna sit here and I would rather spread out the risk instead of putting every single penny I have on Matic.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'd rather take some risk
also
on.
go down, right?
Yeah, exactly. Matic could also go down. There's always that chance.
Yeah.
So spread out the risk.
So Alex, I got a question. What's the reason at this point to even utilize Uniswap instead of why not just continue?
They have more
transacting
pairs. They have more pairs.
What's that?
They have
Oh,
more
more
pairs.
pairs, okay.
And more liquidity. So honestly, for people like me, they probably stay on like Uniswap because the fees are irrelevant. But for Matic, it's really cheap, man. And honestly, I want to take full utilization of that. And I won't go all in on Matic, but a good portion of it to save money. The amount that you want to sell, probably a good idea to throw it over there.
Right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question, Alex.
Go ahead.
I was checking the dominance of Bitcoin versus Ethereum, and it's pretty amazing how it will be similar in the same date. I mean, there's a chance that Ethereum passed Bitcoin. What do you think?
Yeah, there's always that chance. I actually do think if we continue the cycle, there's probably like the best chance we ever had for Ethereum to pass BTC.
I mean, in that case, that will be a sign that it's repeating the same process of the last bull run.
I don't like to put labels on things, but yeah, it was very similar. There was a time where Ethereum almost passed BTC.
Yeah, it's pretty weird how similar it is. Okay.
Yeah, good point. Guys, I'm gonna try to get these questions as quickly as I possibly can. I do have other things to do, but we're gonna knock them out. Crypto Willie, what's up? Let's run through it quick. Come on.
Yeah, just a quick question about the quick swap. Like, it was very clear how you have to use the bridge to change Matic from the ERC network to the Matic network. But do we have to do exactly that for every other ERC20 coin that we want to swap on there?
Yeah, the ones that they don't have every other. So, like the altcoins are small, maybe keep them and let the dip ride. The ones that you have like a big lump sum, like I have a lot of ETH. That's probably the best one to do for me. Like just the amount that you want to sell. You don't have to swap everything.
All right. So we have to pay fees, that $30 fees or whatever, for every little coin I want to, like, if I want to like sell Link and Ethereum, for example.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to pay
for each one, right?
That's a good point. You're gonna pay the fee to get out of the altcoin. That's just a game, right? Maybe you can send it to a centralized exchange to save and then send it to Matic. right? If you want to go that far, that would be cheaper. But also remember, guys, that we're probably, now that we have opened the gateway to getting in and out of USDC and ETH and like cryptos, we're probably going to do it again. So it's good. It's not an end all be all solution. There's no such thing as that. But it's a good solution for what you want to sell. Like if there's a good amount, you got a big lump sum of something you want to sell, it's a good solution. You know what I mean? And if you want to hold on to the other ones, I'm not selling everything. So I'm not thinking about taking that fee on a whole bunch of different altcoins because I'm not going to sell it.
Hey, Alex, can I tag on another real quick?
Yeah.
So I was wanting to point out too, and I think this is something people need to keep in mind. Exchanges will lock ETH and BNB sometimes. So if you have it on the Matic network, you don't have to worry about that too. So keeping a chunk of it on there just so that can't happen to you is great, because if they lock it and you need to get gas to be able to pull a coin out on a drop, you're not going to be able to do that.
Good point.
Yeah, they locked on the last dip too.
Yeah, locked bad. People were, you know how many complaints I got they couldn't buy the dip? Oh, trick. Oh, I should have. Here's a trick. If the dip's hitting, you can't get into Coinbase Pro. It's the only trick I know of. You can go on the Coinbase app on your phone and it'll lock in that price. If you buy it, you just pay a way higher fee. You just pay a way higher fee, but it'll lock in that price if you go on the Coinbase app on your phone. The app on your phone, not the Coinbase Pro app, the regular Coinbase app. You can buy, I did it on the dip. I bought ETH at 2,200 when the Coinbase went down on the Coinbase app.
Nice.
It's a ninja trick. I don't know why that one works. But it does. I don't know why.
Hey, Alex, do you mind if I chime in just on one thing on Matic real quick too?
Mm-hmm.
Just the quick swap analytics, you could check, liquidity and everything like that and the pools and stuff, just so people know.
Yeah, there's a lot. They just recently got a lot.
Yeah, just in case people are like wondering how much is what's actually has liquidity in their exchange and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's a good point. Like, look for the ones that, like, these are it. Like, probably don't want to get like a low market cap altcoin. Just use your ETH or use your Aave or any big tokens you have, because liquidity is a big factor in getting in and out of things. So
because I was planning on moving all my small cap stuff that had liquidity in there into QuickSwap and doing what you were saying, just prepping, just in case you pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's so obvious. Like, look, the biggest ones are BTC, ETH is the biggest one. So I'm probably just gonna take all my ETH and do that arbitrage with my ETH. That's what it looks like to me. That's for my strategy. And if there's a couple altcoins I want to get out of, I'll probably sell it into ETH and then take that big ETH pot just to make my life easier, send it over to Matic, and then do the swaps. All right, let me knock out some more questions as quickly as I can. Can't be here all day, but Jonathan, what's up? I'm gonna answer people that I haven't talked to yet.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
So I was just curious, like, in what situations would you sell in the red if you're down on a coin?
That's such a very vague. I can't name every situation, but like right now, like we've been talking about, this might be a good time to sell, even if you're in the red. Doesn't matter. Where is it? The total too. Total. Oh look, we're getting some.
Yeah.
Making some room right there. So like if this rejects like this, I'm telling you guys, we got like a good, I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Probably not gonna sleep tonight. I'll just be honest with you guys. It's Friday tomorrow, so weekend. I'll get my sleep in the weekend. I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Just gonna watch this chart.
For sure. I just was saying because I'm just down mostly on my NFT coins that I bought a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of just thinking of just taking the loss and putting it into ETH.
Might be a smart idea. I'm not taking.
Have a little bit of.
Nah, the smaller ones that are really small to me, I'm not taking any losses on. I'm just gonna hold it until they come back, or if they don't come back, then I'll probably take profits later or something. But I'm really worried about just making gains so all those losses get mitigated. So if I can make, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Well, thank you.
No problem. All right, we have way too many questions. If you haven't had I think it's E. Muhammad. You can go ahead. Yeah, I haven't talked to you yet.
How you doing, Alex?
Good. How are you, man?
Oh, pretty good. Just a quick question. I just made my first transaction, and I use Coinbase, and my money's on hold, pause, or whatever. Just wondering if there's an easier way to get your money into the market other than Coinbase. And I just bought like 500 worth of Ethereum, and I don't have a Trezor or hard wallet or whatnot. So I guess it should be okay until I pick one of those up. Right?
You don't need that right now. What you need is a MetaMask. You need to watch the MetaMask, get your way through a course as quickly as possible, because that will give you all you need for now. If you want a long-term store, then you can go for it. You don't need the hardware wallet right now. That was like maybe a year ago. It would have been smart to get it. But right now, it's smart to just hold it in MetaMask and do the swaps. You gotta like really get caught up. Coinbase. Go ahead.
I do have. I downloaded the MetaMask. I have the account.
Use that one. You'll be good with that. You don't have to waste your money on hardware wallet right now. But what I would also say too for Coinbase, I don't think any exchange especially when you first put in money, there's not any exchanges that will let you take your money off your or the ETH off until like 3 or 7 days or something like that.
Hey Alex.
What's up?
Thank you.
This has been a new update with Coinbase now accepting PayPal. If you connect your PayPal to Coinbase, you can immediately take off your crypto.
That's nice.
That's how I buy all my on Coinbase. I use my PayPal.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, because I've been doing that all this week.
I didn't know that.
Just USDC.
I didn't know that. That's a good point. So there you go. If you next buy you do, just do it with PayPal instead.
Okay.
What are the fees if you use PayPal?
Just the same fees on Coinbase. Like for every 1,000, it's $14.
Cool.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's nice.
I think it's $2 for every 100.
All right, Tony, what you got, man? Tony and then Ricky.
Hey, Alex, just a quick question for me here. Is there any way you can share this chart with us, or just kind of zoom out a little bit so I can recreate that chart in a trading view?
Yeah, all I did was just
ourselves.
Yeah, the big time trend right here. This downtrend right here.
Okay.
And then the uptrend that we've been doing for like the past like month or so. This uptrend.
Okay, got it.
Yep. I mean, you can even draw more trend lines if you want to bring it all the way down to here. But
thank you.
I think this is the most relevant for now. I mean, there's probably more TA I can do. I mean, that's still converging on the same thing, really, like around this range. So
yeah,
that range is pretty important.
Yeah, and pretty much all of your charts that you have, it'd be nice to have access to those. Is there a feature in TradingView where you could actually share a chart with your notes and everything?
I could, but the thing is, then I could do that. It's just the problem with that is then I'm gonna try to sit there and make the perfect chart.
Got it.
And it doesn't work out like all the time. And my TA is like very super duper basic. But what I'll do from now on to like help update you guys a little bit more is I'll just post the screenshots of everything into the course.
Cool, thank you.
No problem. All right, who else? Ricky, go ahead, Ricky.
Hey Alex, how you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing all right. I had a question. So I'm holding two really big bags. Like I bought kind of high, Filecoin and New Cipher. And you were saying sometimes it's better to just take your losses and put them into something. And I missed out on my opportunity yesterday because around like 6 a.m. so many coins just dropped. So I was wondering like if you think like cutting my losses like would be smarter at this point.
I know people want the specific portfolio questions and stuff answered, but it's hard, man, because you have a whole different life that I don't know of. I don't know if you have money in the bank or you don't, or you do, or whatever. I don't know what job you have. That's super hard for me to answer. I cannot answer that.
No. Like not based on like my life. I'm talking about like you know how you were saying like the market might even go lower.
Yeah.
So like would you say like it would be smarter? Because like I'm not gonna like blame you if you're wrong. Because like
it's not about that.
Like, you already get so much hate, you know. So like I'm not like.
It's not about that. It's about realistically what you can emotionally handle. That's why I base it off your life. Okay. That has nothing to do with people hating me for my calls. It has more to do like if let's say hypothetically you sold it, you took the loss, the market goes up. how's your life? How are you going to be mentally? Are you going to make a sound decision?
Oh, like emotionally, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said it has to do with your life. I don't know how much that money means to you, so it just depends on so many different variables. But you're kind of, if you just understand the backstory to what I'm talking about and just go for it, just have the confidence to make your own decision, that's going to make you more money in the long run. I promise to make more money. Now, so again, if that's all the money that you have in crypto, I say go for a sell if we sell. If it's you have more money on the sidelines, it's not that big of a deal to you, then maybe sell a little bit. You know what I mean?
For sure. But are those two coins like good fundamentally?
They're good fundamentally,
honestly,
but
I
everything
bought them, like,
yeah, they're extremely good fundamentally, but everything's tracking the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything.
okay, it's because I bought them with no knowledge and I did that. I regret doing that so much.
Yeah, it's okay, man. Everybody has there's always a lot of miscommunications and things that are inefficiencies happen. That's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? But we can all learn from that. I've gotten burned off stupid stuff all the time, even to this day. Like I get burned off
So yeah, I see your Ethereum and I'm like, I see your losses and I look at mine and I laugh. I start laughing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that big of a deal. It's okay. As long as you can make up for it in the future, it's all that matters. The knowledge is
Thank you, bro.
It's not even,
Appreciate it.
not even trying to be corny. It's just the truth. I just get better and make more money over time. All right, let's do... who did I not talk to? Corey, I don't think I talked to. And then Justin, we're gonna end it up with Justin. Sorry, guys, I can't get to every single question. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. Go ahead, Corey.
Hey, I really appreciate that. What's up? When you are looking at all the trading view, where you have, all of Bitcoin, market cap, that kind of stuff, is there a way to access that on, I'm extremely new, are you able to access that on like Binance or Coinbase Pro, or how do you get those?
These charts are like accumulations of the exchange. So if you see right here, it says Binance. This is taking the data from Binance. So yeah, you could do it on, there's like a Binance Pro option. You can do it there, or you can just pull it up on TradingView.
Oh, so like tradingview.com or something?
Yeah, TradingView, tradingview.com.
Perfect, thank you.
No problem, man, no problem. All right, go ahead, Justin.
Hey man, thank you so much, man. I had a couple of questions, but I'm gonna try just to consolidate it. Hey, so say everything goes back, the total market cap recovers and we fall into the next support and things start to go well. Do you think everything's going to kind of follow the hype cycles and trends that were supposed to be popping, that were supposed to be really hot, like say the dot pair chains with Kusama and some people are saying like enterprise tokens were going to be the next hot thing.
I think it's going to go right back to the same thing that we were experiencing, like immediately.
You think so?
Yeah, all those trends we were talking about, like with the decentralized exchange swap tokens. I even think the meme tokens are going to come back. I think it's just going to go right back to normal programming.
And what do you also, okay, so everyone's building their bridge. Like my MetaMask right now, like I'm tied to, like every ecosystem.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Sorry, I'm just trying to.
You're tied to every ecosystem.
Well, you mean like I bridge my MetaMask to the Avalanche ecosystem. I'm kind of all over the place, and I was just wondering like when it comes to that, I mean, do you see, if everything recovers, do you see any other ecosystem kind of doing well aside from Matic?
I think a lot of the layer ones are doing pretty well. I think I saw Loom, Matic. I don't think AVAX came back. It's hard to tell. I just know that right now I'm playing straight defensive, so I'm not really taking gambles. I'll just keep what I got on there as long as it's not too much, and then just focus my attention on accumulating percentages off my bigger pot, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, just my last quick question. Sorry.
That's okay.
Perpetuals. Like I noticed that they didn't take a big hit. As a matter of fact, like if you go like per protocol, like that thing's like just been mooning. I mean, do you think it has something to do with like shorting and everything like that when the market was dumping?
I have to look at what you're specifically talking about, but it could be for that. That makes sense the way you said it. It actually makes sense.
Yeah, but especially with perpetuals because there's no the contract. There's no expiration. So I mean, you could time those those puts. But anyways, I just want to pick your brain on that. That's why.
I'm not too versed in that. I think you probably know more than I do about that.
Oh, okay. No worries, man. Thank you, dude.
No problem, no problem. If you have a question I didn't talk to you all Q&A, go ahead and speak up now. I don't remember.
I have a quick question. On that Matic Uniswap thing you set up, is there a tutorial that I could see, like a video?
Yeah.
I didn't catch everything there.
We
Is
made
there
a
another
full
video.
Yeah, we made a full video. Let me show you guys in the Slack right here.
Nice.
It's right here. Matic, Polygon, quick swap explanation.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
And I think I explained it there probably better than I explained it in this Q&A.
Okay, cool.
And I did the actual
Alex.
swap and everything. I did it all. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Alex, I got on this call late. Can you have your people upload this recording soon?
Okay, yeah, it's as soon as it can come because it takes like 2 hours to process. So we process it and then I'll tell him before he goes to sleep to upload it.
I follow you. And a question. So on is part of the reasoning why selling some of your projects and going into these other projects is because since we're at a dip, these projects will actually grow faster or multiply faster than, say, Bitcoin?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, our goal here is to outcompete Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Got it. Okay.
Good question. No problem, man. Anybody else that didn't get responded to that wants to speak up?
Just a quick question. I just wanted to know the chart that you have up right now. Are you waiting for like an hourly to close or a 4 hour?
I'm looking for momentum. So look, right now it looks like it's rejecting. Maybe on the hourly, and the 4 hour would be great. The higher it goes on the hourly chart, the more confirmation I get. It's like I said, it's not a decision that I can sit here and be like, if this crosses and this crosses, do this. I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's impossible. But I can tell you what I'm doing. You will see what I'm doing, but I will post exactly when I do it on Slack. And then you'll see the reasons why.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. Make sure everybody's following my Xerion. All right. Any other questions? People need to speak up?
Yeah, real quick, how do I get this chart? I've been trying to type crypto total market cap, but it's still not coming up. What?
You just go right here. You just go to total, and I think it's actually an index. You go to total.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Good question. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, Alex. Hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I am a brand new person to the program, and I'm wondering where you're actually posting things. I see your wallet on Xerion, but where exactly are you posting things?
On the main, right here, the general official announcement, right here.
That's kind of what I was hoping.
Yeah, right there, and the Xerion. And if you guys want to just see a little tutorial, so you understand, because Xerion updates a little bit late, here's my portfolio, and then basically all you have to do is instead of going to history, it's probably almost smarter to just go right here and copy and paste my address, go to Etherscan. You could even do this, like, just to make it easier. Go click Ethereum. Or no, just copy my public address, which you can get from where I just showed you, right here. So you can see it second by second. Go to Etherscan, and then look at the blockchain. Like, literally paste it in. This doesn't give you an accurate representation of like what I'm holding. Is that? No, I think I picked the wrong one. This one's mine. Let me just grab my personal public address. I'll post the public address for you guys. It's right here.
Yeah.
So you guys can get it. It's right here. And then you just go to Etherscan, and you'll see my portfolio at the top. Why is it? Yeah, it's right here. So it doesn't show an accurate representation of my portfolio, but it does show an accurate representation of my sell and buy call. So you can just like click right here, and you can see it like second by second, right? Or right here, actually, the hash. And you can see right here. You can see exactly what I did to Matic. Remember I told you guys about Matic for the quick swap? That's that. Catching my drift? Yeah, I'll post this public address in Slack right now.
Hey, I appreciate it. That you'll eat your own shoe if Tesla takes on ADA.
Yeah, I'll
Will
do
you
it.
shave off your mustache as well, or your hair?
Why do you guys want me to shave my mustache so bad, man? Nah, I'll eat a shoe. I'll eat a shoe. How about that? We'll boil it up.
Do it one time for the culture, dude.
Can't do the mustache, man. That's where he gets the power from.
Yeah, right? I can't do that. Oh, man. I had a long day, guys. I had a long day. All right, we're going to exit this Q&A. I appreciate all of you for coming. This is probably the most popular Q&A we've ever had. We'll post the recording as soon as we possibly can. Sorry for the people I couldn't answer the questions. I got to go do some research and get things going. You guys know the gist. Watch the recording and get the tutorial that we dropped in the chat for you guys if you need help with Matic. You guys know my thought process now, and when I make a buy call, you shouldn't have an issue or a sell call. Okay, guys? Be easy.
Thanks, Alex.
All right.
Thanks, Alex.
Have a good one.
Alex, man, appreciate it.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
You guys have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
No problem. Yo. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? I'm back. All right, I'm here now. Sorry. I was doing the fundamental secrets thing. I just wanted to show you guys. I wanted you guys to see what the heck is going on. Yeah, no problem. I was just letting you guys know. Yeah, the Russians are coming to get me. The Russians are coming to get me. Look, he's right here. This is YouTube live. YouTube.
YouTube live. Let's go.
Who's ready? Are you guys ready? Like, the next 5 hours are gonna be like the most exciting hours of like your 2021 life.
Exciting.
And he is watching and reading stuff. That's my CEO. What's up? Hey, man. I wanted you guys to learn something. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm always doing something. Look.
Yep. Here comes Alex to bother me.
Sorry, man. Sorry. How you doing? Yeah. Yep.
But,
What's up? How you guys doing? What price point are we waiting for 4 hours to know if we should sell or wait for the dip? There's not a price point. Look at the total market capitalization. It's a trend line, not a price point. There's something completely different. Trend line, not a price point. Look at my office. It's cool, right? It's cool. I got a nice office. This is the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I guess I am the gatekeeper. That's a pretty cool live. I like that.
There's like thousands of people.
What's the trend line? What's up, Alex? What's up, guys? This is sick. It is sick. I mean, look at this.
840 people. You look better than me. I know. He looks better than me. I get it. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I'm going to end this Q&A. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hour and 42 minutes. Wow.